dreams out well. I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
And a very good morning and welcome to it, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. We're live, baby. It's a Tuesday. It's the 10th of December. Welcome to it. You've chosen to ride on the feel-good train this morning. You're right on time. Welcome to it. Yeah, my name is Activism. Not riding solo this morning.
I will be your conductor on the feel-good train this morning. Good morning. My name is Graham Richards. Thank you so much for tuning in. Beautiful Tuesday morning. We're going to be delving into health matters as we do on a Tuesday, having a lot of fun. And of course, continuing with the Christmas cheer. We've got a ton of prizes to continue giving away. So hopefully you have SMS to Dion Wired and we'll be opening one of our little advent calendar doors for you. You got to SMS Dion Wired to 33728 to put yourself in line to win one of 15 awesome prizes, already given away 4. And we're going to be giving away number 5 today. But we're going to have a lot of fun. I think broaching a pretty interesting topic this morning. I'm going to put it to you. Would you consider yourself hypercritical? Do you get defensive when people kind of take you to task on the smaller details? Are you very detail focused?
It depends on certain things. My passion areas, I'll be very detail focused, but as soon as I have very little interest in something, I may not necessarily apply the same sort of interest or detail or
You're a wishy-washy person. Are you? So now, the broader question is, are you a perfectionist? Do you think
not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm an easygoing person. You're a perfectionist.
No way.
Are you not a perfectionist? Have you changed now?
I'm a
December.
drifter. I'm a drifter. I just drift through life. No, I wouldn't consider myself a perfectionist. I mean, we all strive to perfect certain things, but I think there are people out there that, and you know who we're talking about and who we're talking to. So that's our question for you guys to answer this morning. Are you a perfectionist? What are some of those traits that drive you crazy, drive other people crazy? Why are you so detail-orientated? We'd love to hear from you this morning. And this feeds into a larger conversation. We are looking at the relationship with our children this morning, having a great parental discussion, if you will, looking at that perfectionism in that relationship and how we can possibly avoid that kind of pressure on our children's shoulders. We want them to push and strive, and I certainly want my child to have goals, but there is a line and a limit, and we'll be looking to define, draw that line in the sand today.
That's going to be a very interesting one. Andrea Fortain is an incredible vocalist. She's also joining us this morning. I mean, we're in for a musical treat.
She's got a brand new track, man.
She's got some brand new music. She'll be sharing all about that new music, but also telling us how the year's been so far for her. And of course, for all you last-minuters like me, we're also going to be taking it to the kitchen. Jenny Morris is only just bringing the best when it comes to those last-minute recipes, especially when it comes to baking. That last-minute cake bake-off with the family, or just baking a cake for the family for Christmas, I suppose.
And she's not a perfectionist. She's free and open and awesome in the kitchen. So we're going to have a lot of fun. But of course, the ladies are here to balance out this machismo on the show this morning. Good morning, you gorgeous girls.
Good morning, Graham.
Good morning to you, beautiful guys. I don't know about Thabiso actually cooking or baking today. It's fine. We're going to leave it there, Uncle Tabsy Tabs. But Jamie Dominic reporting for duty live and in charge with your Feel Good Breakfast Morning Show. And Miss Kutle Adams, you are looking gorgeous as ever.
I know that we are talking about being perfectionist, but you looking perfect today, Joey.
Girl, I'm dressed for the weather, but let's make sure you look gorgeous as well. And look at how the weather will affect what you're wearing today. However, in Johannesburg, today, cool temperatures are expected with a cloud cover for most parts of the day. So be prepared for a thunderstorm here and there. It's expected to rain throughout the day, increasing towards the evening. Roads may also be flooded, so please allow for an extra falling distance, and please bring that extra jacket along wherever you go.
Please be safe with the floods happening in South Africa. It's actually intense. I've seen so many of them. The video is actually on social media, so keep safe and stay warm. Also in Durban today, a little morning rain is expected with otherwise considerable cloudiness. Showers can be expected between 10 to 12 during the day. Cloud cover and decreased rainfall is expected as the evening progresses. Don't forget your umbrellas and raincoats.
It's raining. And of course, in the friendly city, mainly cloudy conditions are expected with a strong easterly wind that dies down slightly in the evening. So be prepared for a bit of rain late in the evening as well for you the friendly city of Port Elizabeth.
Yes, and in the mother city, it's expecting the opposite as sunshine and warm temperatures are expected. A sneak in a lovely sunset on the beach as the sun is only set to go down at 10 to 8. But we do need a little bit of rain in the mother city, guys, like just to cool off a little
Rain for
bit.
what, girl? You do not look like you're dressed for rain.
I
You're
am
dressed
not.
for sunshine and beauty things and all things beauty. So tell me a bit about your look today.
This is the classic collection from Woolworths. Absolutely love it. I love how it fits. It's like an asymmetrical style here at the bottom. And as you can see, I accessorized it with simple black shoes and also these pink earrings with a pop of color when it comes to my makeup. My lip color matches yours and yours complements the entire look with your shoes.
Shoes and the hair is the vibe today.
Yes.
But I love this skirt as well because I feel like sometimes a skirt can be a safe option. But this skirt definitely does the things. It's a different skirt. It's flowy, hugs the body nicely, and then paired with a nice, beautiful t-shirt. Of course, just to keep it subtle for the Tuesday, because as we know, Who's phenomenal 5 weeks of newness campaign is guaranteed to elevate, just lift your fashion into the new. Now, this week we are going to the resort with lifestyle content creator Naledi Radebe, which we all love, I'm sure,
Absolutely
right?
love Naledi Radebe. Find all your all-day summer looking Woolies limited edition resort collection featuring wallpaper florals and bold prints, light, easy and flirty summer dresses, and retro-inspired swimwear. Summer is sorted. It highlights a bright botanical palette contrasted against bold black and white tops and bottoms that are easy to mix. You'll be able to treat life like it's an adventure itself.
It is. Life is absolutely an adventure. You need to live it. And I wanted to ask you, are you a perfectionist?
I'm not necessarily a perfectionist. I think I resonate with Graham's words. I'm more of a flow, go with the flow kind of person, but also do your best in the going with the flow.
I feel like Woolworths is a perfectionist because they just give you that elevation of into the new. And of course, Expresso and Woolworths want you to get ahead of the curve, and our exciting competition will give you the chance to shop the into the new collection. Now, to stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand Woolworths voucher, visit the capsule collection on the Woolworths website. Put your favorite capsule collection items into your cart, and then here's where it becomes interesting. You have to screenshot it. Now, to enter, reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page with your screenshot and tell us what about the chosen items you love. And I'm sure there's so much you want to tell us.
Yes.
Remember to include the hashtag into the new with your answer. Now, the competition closes on Thursday, the 12th of December at midnight. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. And now let's start this day with some words of wisdom.
It is inspiring us to step into a feel-good Tuesday, but of course not until we've taken a look at what's happening in on the spectrum of drawing inspiration from those who walked before us and have had some really wise things to say. It's time for us to take a look at our daily positive message. This morning, I believe it's from Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, probably the most quoted, I think, politician, orator, diplomat, if you will, humanist, if you will. He was a Democrat, unbelievably. So for so many years, 6 decades he spent in the service of South Africa trying to free the majority from a minority rule, and of course sacrificed a huge amount, but had the ability to capture a moment in his speeches that I think has stood the test of time. So many of our positive messages and our quotes have come via Tata Madiba, and he had this to say: to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. And we often go with a very personal note. This one, I think, speaks to the much larger picture. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. And I want you to take a moment now to think of what we think our would consider our human rights are right now in this modern South Africa as we stand. There is still a lot of inequality. There is still a lot to be fought for.
A lot of injustice.
Yeah, completely. So we need to focus on that, especially during 16 days of activism. But I think every single day of the year. So Tata Madiba, thank you for those wise words.
Thank you so much, boys. Let's take a look at what's happening in and around the country. Now, last night, Eskom moved to stage 6 load shedding, which means that according to the tweeted schedule, some areas may experience as many as 4.5 consecutive hours without power. Moving along, Transport Minister Fikile Mabulala has dissolved the interim board of Prasa and placed the struggling state-owned entity under administration with immediate effect. Bongisizwe Mpondo has been appointed as its administrator. And on the international front, front. The Algerian prosecutor's office has requested 20-year prison sentences for several former politicians accused of corruption, including true prime ministers who served under former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. And 34-year-old Sanna Marin from the dominant Social Democrats was chosen by her party as the sole candidate for Prime Minister of Finland, making her the world's youngest Prime Minister. Of the five parties in power in Finland, 4 were led by women. And then finally, as messages continue to pour in from around the world for our newly crowned Miss Universe, South Africa's stunningly beautiful and gracious Zozibini Tunzi, there's been more good news regarding one of South Africa's other icons and Nobel laureate, the beloved Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The Arch, as he's fondly known, has been discharged from hospital in Cape Town and returned home yesterday with instructions to rest. He spent 6 days in hospital undergoing treatment for recurring infection, and the Tutu family has thanked all those who have sent messages of love and prayers. On that positive note, that's where we leave your news for this morning. Let's take a look at the sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Let's kick it off with Sevens Rugby, and Springbok Sevens coach Neil Powell has added Triva Daimani to his Dubai title-winning squad as the team prepares, of course, for the Cape Town Sevens leg starting on Friday. In football, 6-time Ballon d'Or winner and Barcelona star striker Lionel Messi was left out of his team's 20-man squad for their trip to the San Siro, where they'll take on Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League. Staying with football, our Monday night football saw Arsenal come from behind to claim a 3-1 win over West Ham United in a London derby at the London Stadium. This was the first win for interim manager Freddie Ljungberg, ending the club's 9-match winless streak. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa. Brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
Thank you very much, G-Man. And now we've asked you guys to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you very much to Kalinda Kavam for sending us this beautiful pink skyline from Umkomaas out in KZN, where cloudy conditions are expected and a thunderstorm in the afternoon, occasional rain in the evening as well, reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Thanks for that picture. Sam Cross also sent us a picture, this incredible orange skyline from Durban, where mainly cloudy conditions are expected. Little morning rain and heavy showers in the evening, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. You too can do the same by getting your pictures through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 with the hashtag Expresso Show. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country. Starting off in Polokwane, where thunderstorms are expected today, 14, that's your low, reaching a high of 18. With rainy times out in Mbombela, and it's 16, reaching a high of 17. Pretoria, expect heavy rainfall over there again today, 15, peaking at 18 degrees. With thunder showers out in Johannesburg, 13, your minimum, reaching a maximum of 17 degrees. If you're out in Mahikeng, expect a northeasterly wind. It's going at 24 kilometers per hour. Thunder showers over there as well, 14, reaching a high of 25. And a couple of showers for Klerksdorp, 14, reaching a high of 25. With thunder showers in Kimberley, 13, that's your low, reaching a high of 25. If you're out in Bloemfontein, you're also dealt with thunder showers today, 13, reaching a maximum of 21. With occasional rain for Richards Bay, 17, peaking at 21. And thunder showers in Pietermaritzburg, 14, peaking at 17. Heavy rainfall is expected out in South Africa's playground. I'm talking about you, Durban. Your temperature's 19, reaching a high of 22. With rain in Mthatha, 14, reaching a high of 19. It's a cloudy day in East London, 17 and 21, with thunderstorms expected for Craddock, 11, reaching a high of 24. The friendly city, Port Elizabeth, 18 and 22. George, times of sun and clouds today for you, 15, that's your minimum, reaching a maximum of 22. A couple of showers out in Sutherland, 10, reaching a high of 24. And the mother city, Cape Town, 16, reaching a high of 26. Worcester starts off at 14 to peak at 29. And the lowest temperatures in the country, that's for Springbok, sunny times, 8 and 26. Lastly, but certainly not least, Uppington, you've got the highest temperatures in the country, 18. That's your low, reaching a high of 31. And that's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
So the good news is we have got even more prizes to give away as we continue 5 days of giveaways with Hills. We get to spin a very big, awesome wheel and select prizes from dog hampers to cat hampers to pet food hampers, all sorts of cool goodies. The most awesome beds you've ever seen, and the grand prize of an entire year, 365 days worth of Hills pet food, which is awesome. It's what my pups are on, and it's really cool. So if you want to know how to enter, this is exactly how you go about it.
11 months of the year, and our devoted cats and dogs, they wait for us to finish work, get off our phones, and they listen to our terrible excuses because it's the 12th month. It's holidays and their time, which starts this week on Expresso, December the 9th to the 13th, with the Hills Spin the Wheel competition. What you need to do is tune into Expresso each morning for a chance to win your little darlings or great beasts some awesome festive prizes from Hills.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
It's absolutely very much simple. All you have to do is SMS the keyword Hills to 33728, and you could stand a chance to spin the wheel right here on the show and win yourself some awesome prizes for you and your furry friend.
Your whole family of furry friends. We had a woman yesterday, one whose cat had a whole litter of kittens, and she got herself an awesome hamper. You too could be winning. SMS the keyword Hills and to 33728. And all the best of luck. It's going to cost you $1.50. No free SMSs apply, but you can get all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Competition this morning closes at 7:30.
Yeah.
7:30. So you have got less than an hour and a half to do it. So get on it. Get on it right now.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in for this beautiful Tuesday morning. Time to speak to our parents. We live in a culture that promotes the chase of perfection and the appearance of it, at least. But is perfectionism healthy, especially when it comes to a parent-child dynamic? Registered counsellor Shanaz Moos now joins us in studio to share her wisdom, considerable wisdom on the topic in our latest parenting segment. And she assures me she is a recovered perfectionist, okay? Are you sure? You're not in remission, you've recovered?
No,
okay.
no. I said that with certainty.
Great to have you back.
Bad thing though, because before this segment, I didn't think it was such a bad thing, but then I actually looked up on it. So I actually want to know, is it a bad thing?
Are you a perfectionist? I've got to ask. Excuse me interjecting.
After researching it yesterday, I'm like, no, I don't think I was. I think I have a little trait of it, but I don't think I'm full on. Maybe I'm recovering now that I'm a parent. But I don't know.
Is it a bad thing? Most people who say I'm a perfectionist, they use it like a badge or a medal. They're quite proud to say, because perfectionists get things done.
It's elitist, yeah.
They get it done, they get it done right, they get it done fast. Now, can you imagine that principle in parenting? Getting it done right, getting it done fast.
Humble you.
Have you had time with kids? There's no right and there's no fast. There's more about presence, slow, put play in. So
Organic.
perfectionism, I think that if you aren't aware of it, and you're in denial, by the way, Jamie. I saw that fight with yourself. So what happens is, most of us, when we hear what it is, we don't want it.
That's the thing.
We don't want that title anymore when we understand the intricacies of what it means. So a lot of women that I do workshops with, when I give them, there's a test that you can take, and I can email it to you. I have one with me. We can take it in the break. Is that they actually end up scoring 12 out of 12 as a perfectionist. The ones who said, no, I'm not. And they use terms like, I just like things a particular way. I like it when people follow my instructions. Particular phrases which are very much aligned with perfectionism.
I'm not pedantic. I just like it the way I like it, okay? But now, what's wrong with striving for excellence? I mean, to use you as, again, our wonderful example this morning, Jamie is working on building new skills. She's being very critical, self-critical at the moment, growing her skill set, holding herself up to a light, which is a good thing, surely.
Yes. No, striving for excellence is not the same as perfectionism, because perfectionism is about unrealistic standards for yourself and others that you can't even hope to meet, yet you strive for it, but always fall short. So you set yourself up for failure. Excellence is more like doing your best. Okay, I got that, I could do that. Can I do better? And then moving the marker a little bit in manageable ways. And the difference between the two, I think, is how you approach mistakes and failure.
Okay.
So the striving for excellence people are like, learn from the mistake, okay, fine, maybe next time. Perfectionists like, beat myself up, you idiot, you fool, oh my word, why did you even try? Why did you even do that? So it's like this little boxing match going on in your head where you are beating yourself up.
Now, I want to ask you, how do we then pass this on to our kids? Because if I feel like I'm a perfectionist and I want everything my way, as you said, it's not that way with kids. Once you have kids, it's not anymore about you. It becomes more organic. So how do we then teach excellence versus perfectionism to our kids?
Now, what have I been saying every time I come on the show? Model.
You show, you
So for me, as a recovered perfectionist, what I realized was that I had grown perfectionism in my home, in my kids. And the one thing perfectionism breeds is anxious children, because a child who's afraid of failure. So a child who's afraid of failure is a child who's afraid to try. Do you understand? To try new things. So if you realize that you played a huge role in that, you need to figure out, how do I now undo or re-educate my child? And a lot of kids manifest as angry kids because they can never please a parent. So it's not always anxiety that you look at in children. It's an angry child, just frustrated.
We're going to look at how we can break those bonds. We can ourselves break that cycle, because I think the key is within us. Like all good parenting discussions, it always starts with us. But we are talking specifically about perfectionism, when we've pushed it too far, and how we can prevent it from coming into our relationship with our children and affecting them.
Small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Oh, it's Alfie, everyone. Alfie, say hi to Alfie. Now, everyone loves decorating for Christmas, so get ready to grab your wreaths, because we are going to share some of the Crazy Store's favorite and fun ideas for holiday decorating. Now, from the front door to your Christmas tree and so much more, there are decor items that will surely fill your home with Christmas cheer this year. Guys, don't you just love Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Absolutely love
It is really the most wonderful time of the year.
It is. I love the part where we get to actually decorate our homes, bring in that festive cheer. What do you love most about Christmas, and of course decorating the Christmas tree?
Man, I think the one thing I love about it, I think I find that my niece derives so much more joy from it than I do. So watching her getting into that spirit is always so exciting for me. So when you arrive home with the wreath and the Santa hat and the stockings, and she just runs for it and wants to make this tree turn into something she's seen on TV. That's always so beautiful for me. I love that. I love getting everyone interacting and taking part in it. You don't do it alone.
That's true. Yeah.
No, for me, yesterday was the first time actually decorating a Christmas tree.
Wait.
At home, it's all... Yeah.
This?
I was against it, Jamie, and I won.
And she won.
Is this the one you decorated yesterday?
No, but it's similar to this. I inspired this look.
Okay. Well
But
done.
anyways, for us, Christmas is all about family.
Yeah.
Like being around family, cooking together, that's our thing every year. You know, just being together, because we're away from each other. You know, families in Joburg, Cape Town, PE. So it's just that one time a year
Absolutely.
where everyone can just celebrate together.
So what decor item is on the top of your list when it comes to the Crazy Store festive range? I mean, you've got a lot to work with here. So where do you kind of begin when it comes to you?
Kuhle, yeah, where do you start?
I think the socks.
The socks, of
I
course.
love the socks. The socks are really cute. But you know what I'm not relating to?
Yeah.
It looks very wintry and it's very summery in
that
South
white
Africa.
Christmas, yeah.
So it's like, then how do we accommodate Christmas to us? But I absolutely love the socks.
Yeah.
You can put in your gift. Obviously, the Christmas hats is like a go-to for everyone.
I think for me, the Christmas hat is an absolute staple because even if you didn't have a lot of decor to work with, as soon as you put this on, you've brought that energy and that spirit into the home. But I think that any Christmas tree is incomplete, of course, without the decor. You need these pieces, these balls on there.
Yeah.
Without them, really, that's like your starting point.
Exactly.
So for me, those are my absolute go-tos. But I'm also seeing new things. For example, the wine bottle Christmas costume. I've never seen that before.
That's the first time I'm also seeing it, actually. That's pretty cool.
So
Well, first of all, I think you need to just make sure that you are always looking the part as well.
Thank you.
Looking the part is part of the fun there, okay? So for me, you always have to
Mrs.
make sure
Santa.
that you look good. There we go.
Santa.
Merry Christmas, that's my name. Merry Christmas.
So now,
Love
where's
it.
the bottle of wine so I can dress it up? I just
Some
want to dress it
wine.
up.
Yeah, Tabby, so you would be
just
looking
want
for
to
the
dress it
bottle of wine. Now remember that you can tick everything off of your Christmas decor wish list with a Crazy Store in just about any town near you. So have fun choosing from their festive range for some great ideas, from the Christmas party decorations to joyous gifts for family and friends. So make sure you follow the Crazy Store on Instagram, the Crazy Store on Facebook or Twitter, and then learn all about the exciting new products and fun ways you can use them just like this.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Ooh, there's no other place you'd want to be than glued in your screens today, because we have the beautiful Andrew Fertain right here. I can't believe you're 16 years old. Listen, you still have this fresh face, but if there's one tip to making sure that you look youthful and young and still be relevant and popping and looking cute as you do, what is one... Hello. What is one thing you maybe want to leave us with, just to like how you wake up in the morning?
Well, I wake up out of my bed, and then I look like this. Then I'm tired, and then I always use Glam Glow.
Glam Glow?
Yes. I put a face mask on, and then I do my makeup only when I'm going out.
Okay.
But I like to keep it natural.
Natural. The Glam Glow. You can tell us a bit more. That Andrew Fertain is, of course, in studio today, making sure that we have a feel-good breakfast show. You do not want to miss us after the break.
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, 16-year-old singer and songwriter, Andrea Fortuyn started her career by sharing her amazing gift of music and her incredible voice online. And that reeled in more than 400,000 followers on Facebook alone, easily reaching milestones of over 12 million views on her videos. She joins us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning to let us know what is currently going on in her life. Please, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the incomparable Andrea Fortuyn.
Hello, Mama. The glam glow is real. Like she's saying it's a glam glow. But she's also 16 years old. You started when you were 5 years old. I can't even believe it. Did you always think that you were going to make a living out of performing?
Yes, I was watching Whitney Houston, Beyonce, and I was just performing in front of the TV.
Well, it's so good to have you on the show. I mean, you're no stranger to the Expresso show. The Expresso family absolutely loves you. But let's talk about new music, your brand new track, Unstoppable. What brought about that song?
I'm so excited. Excuse me?
What brought about the song?
I was actually going to release the beginning of this year, but the song wasn't for me, you know, so I figured why not write a song from my heart and inspire people, especially our youth out there, you know. As my song says, don't let nobody tear you down. Take you to the ground.
Don't let nobody tear you down. But you've also worked with some amazing artists like Karen White and so many more. Who else do you want to collaborate with locally, maybe internationally?
Black Coffee.
Ooh, yes.
I love him.
I love Andrea. She's like, I love him so much. All right, let's talk about what's to come for 2020 and the future. I mean, we know that you want to work with Black Coffee, but in terms of your career on a local front, where do you see it going next?
I really want to travel the world, go internationally, make more music, maybe an album.
Of course, not maybe, definitely. Definitely.
Don't let nobody tell you.
I love it.
But now also with regards to performing, did you ever see yourself here, like when you started 11 years ago, as a 5-year-old little girl, did you ever say like one day, 16 years old, Andrea Fortuyn is going to be sitting on such a huge platform inspiring the youngsters of today?
Not actually.
No?
It's like so overwhelming, but it's actually amazing to be here.
Wow. I'm sure everybody's heard you sing. If you haven't yet heard Andrea's voice, you are going to be blown away today. But what we want to know in terms of any live performances, where can your fans get to see you anytime between now and, of course, the end of the year?
Well, my Instagram handle is IG and _Andrea Fortuyn.
Yes.
And my Facebook page is its_Annie.
Yeah. Well, of course, you get a front row seat to the best performances because she's always giving you a sneak peek of course, beautiful things that she's singing right there on our Instagram. So make sure that you follow Andrea Fortuyn, but make sure that you also stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show because we're about to take it to a whole nother level with this beautiful girl.
It is indeed the most wonderful time of the day. It's the year of the day. It doesn't matter because it's your time. Our Dion Wired Advent Calendar full of prizes that could be yours. Still up for grabs. We've got the PlayStation 4, the Samsung Galaxy A30s smartphone, the Dyson cordless vacuum cleaner, so much more. But you can check the value of the prizes that we've given away already. Massive. Nearly 16,000, 17,000 rands worth of prizes gone already. And right now, on the line, ready to claim her prize because she's already a winner. It's just now choosing which prize is Shivani Pillay. Shivani, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Graham.
Hi, Han. How are you feeling? First of all, are you nervous? Are you excited?
Nothing more excited, yeah.
Good, because you know you're already a winner. Are you wanting something for the kitchen, something for the home, something for the kids? What have you got your eyes on in terms of a prize today?
Well, my kids are saying, Mom.
Ooh, maybe a PlayStation. Maybe a PlayStation is in the offing. So Shivani, what you've got to do is you've got to pick a number between 1 and 15. But I'm going to give you the numbers you can't choose because they've already been taken. So the number 7 is off the cards, and then 11, 12, and 13 are out. So that's 7, 11, 12, and 13 you can't choose, but every other number between 1 and 15 is there, ripe for the picking. So the big important choice is, and of course, number 5 has gone as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 14, or 15. Those are your choices for the day. What's it going to be, Shivani?
Shamagati is saying go with number 15.
Go with number 15. I'm going to do the honors. Number 15.
Congratulations, Shivani. You've won yourself a Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. It's worth 5,999.
Wow.
5,999. Woo! Congratulations, Shivani.
Awesome.
It looks amazing, super high tech. And for 5,999 Rand, that's probably one of the best hair dryers on the market. You said you wanted something for the kids. We say boo to that. It's just for you, Shivani. You've earned it. You deserve it, Mama. Thank you so much for taking part. The joy is you get to enter again and again and again, and maybe you'll win again. But congratulations. Have the most amazing festive season. Stay safe out there, and all love to your family.
Congratulations, Shivani. Well, you also stand a chance of winning the best in tech. If you want to, then SMS the keyword Dion Wired and your name and email address to 33728. Then cross those lucky fingers that we give you a call. Remember that each SMS will cost you R1.50, and the terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com. Get entering.
Good luck.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. You could win one of 15 prizes courtesy of Dion Wired's Advent Calendar. A magical prize behind every number, a PlayStation 4, a Galaxy A30s, a Kenwood Chef, a Dyson cordless vacuum, and so much more. To win, SMS the keywords Dion Wired, your name and email address to 33728 and cross those fingers. After all, 'tis the season to win big.
It's absolutely an amazing Tuesday this morning in studio. We are joined by one of the most exquisite and talented young women in South Africa, Andrea Fontaine. How are you doing? You're looking snatched.
Thank you.
I mean, Jamie earlier on asked you how you wake up in the morning. You said you wake up
like this. At first I have to pause, you know, take it all in.
And then you put on your face mask. Do you drink coffee, tea?
Yes, I drink tea.
So we made you some tea with a little bit of milk to take your morning to the next level. Okay.
Yes.
A little later on, you are performing your latest single, Unstoppable.
Yep. I'm so excited.
I'm extremely excited for that. So make sure to stick around right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. All of this action after this.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Apply for your American Express Gold or Platinum card and get 20% off your food bill, or a complimentary appetizer, or a free bottle of wine every time you use your card at participating taste restaurants around the country. Apply now at americanexpress.co.za.
Cool. How's that time?
Yep. Awesome.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, everybody. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning right here on SABC3. This is Expresso. Listen, Andrea was, rehearsing her song, and you are in for a treat later on. I can't wait.
Flawless. She's
flawless.
She's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. She's really perfect. I can't even put anything else to it. You have to stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show because I promise you, it's got you in for a treat. But this morning, we wanted to find out about you. Are you a perfectionist? Now, yesterday, when I looked up on this, it's kind of had a negative connotation to it, but sometimes could also be a positive connotation to it. Shanaz Musa is also in studio to tell a bit more about how that can work with your child and yourself. But we asked you again, traits of a perfectionist include being hypercritical, approval-seeking, defensive, and being an all-or-nothing person. Would you call yourself a perfectionist, and why? It's a very interesting topic. Do you think you're a perfectionist? Are you not a perfectionist? Do you think it's a positive thing? And we do have a few comments from you guys at home to let us know what you feel about the topic. Kitle, what are people saying?
So we have a few responses from the socials. This one is from Ubotelo Chawuke. I am critical because I was born like that, and I am always seeking defensive, so I'm always like that on that my Expresso team. Love y'all. Thank you so much for that comment, Botelo. And the next one is Catherine Palmer. She says, yes, as I like to do things in the correct manner. For example, if I am sending out a letter, it has to be perfect as it has my name on it. Love you all at Expresso. We love you too. And then this one is from Ukeri Ukam, who always sends us his amazing skyline pictures. He says, I procrastinate because I'm a perfectionist. I sometimes put things off in the fear that it won't be done perfectly. I mean, that's a perfect way to justify your procrastinationness.
But of course, we're going to find out, delve in a bit more deeper with Shanaz Musa a bit later on the show. So stick in to find out a bit more about Andrew Fertain and if you are a perfectionist and how good it can actually be or not be a little bit later in the show.
So we're going to continue to feed off that discussion and deal with perfectionism as parents and when we need to draw the line. And we've got a recovered perfectionist sat beside us, Shanaz Musa, of course, a registered counsellor who I lean on a lot as a parent. I must say, I've really loved our conversation, especially with regards to love language. But this is a slightly different kettle of fish because it can often speak to our baggage as parents, something that we've carried around with us for a very long time. Judgment is a terrible thing when, you know, angled at ourselves and especially when angled at our children. But the acceptance of imperfection, why is that so vital? It's something you touched on, but why is that so important as a parent?
I think that when we're striving for perfection, there's never going to be the meeting of the two.
Yeah.
But with
You'll never be
imperfection,
perfect. I'm sorry, we're human.
and more important to model to kids that being yourself and being human and making mistakes and learning, teaching that model instead is how they will retain their authenticity, which we discussed in the show. How do we? So they're born with authenticity, like your son, you were telling me how he displays love languages so easily at 2.5. I mean, that's insane.
It's innate. They're built with it.
They come wired like that. It's us that take away those things by how we parent. So as a perfectionist parent, you almost like fast forward the process. You really take them away from who they are quickly.
Why do we have the need to be perfect? What does that stem from?
I think that we are raised in a society that values perfection. So it's almost like we're in a garden. We're all seeds and we all have this potential, but we get watered with perfection juice. And it grows us, and our parents were watered with it, so they are cultivating it. So there's different levels of perfectionness, but then you get chronic ones like myself, how I was. So part of it is your fault and part of it's not your fault. You can't change society, you can just change yourself. So working on that.
You can't go back and change the way you were parented, but there are many opportunities for reflection, and I think often just holding up that mirror is where the process begins. But as this recovered perfectionist, what made the difference for you? If there are parents out there right now going, wow, actually, you know, maybe they haven't even identified that this is a trait. What are some of the traits that exhibited in you that led you to that realization, and how were you able to change it?
So for me, it was actually anger that made me find the perfectionism. I identified as an angry mother. Like insanely angry, like banshee screaming, you know, almost like the Alien movie where the alien chases that was me. And Sigourney Weaver is my child, Fling. So that basically was my house. It wasn't a good house to be in. And I didn't like who I was. No one my daughter at 4 said, Mommy, you need a new job, you're not good at this one.
She could identify something was wrong.
That is being a parent. She said I wasn't doing a good job at 4, and she said, you need another job. So I've been doing that reflection since then. She's 17, by the way. And
does she approve now?
Oh, no, lots of affirmations and that. So for me, it's like, feel the energy in your home. Do you like being with your kids? Do they enjoy being with you? Is there laughter? This is the one thing that shifted in our home. We have huge fun. We have laughter daily. I behave like an idiot randomly because you must be fun and funny, and you must not take yourself seriously.
They must know that it's okay.
Yes.
What final pieces of advice would you have for parents, just in general as it relates to perfectionism?
Perfectionism cancels out self-compassion and self-love and self-acceptance, which we now know are key ingredients to living a fulfilling life. So you can't, if a perfectionist says to me, and they normally say, I'm happy, I don't need to do anything. My kids are happy, they get A's in everything, you know, they excel. All those words are like red flags. But it's about internal happiness. That most perfectionists don't have that because of the compass that they have internally is like, doesn't even have a navigation. It's just all over the place because it's wanting to do so many things. So my advice is to do less, cut down the to-do list, and make play and connecting with your kids a vital part of the holiday, especially when there's no electricity and they're forced to look at you and talk to you.
Which is going to happen even on Christmas Day. People just get used to it. The bottom line here, and I love that word, we model the behavior, but there's an opportunity for you to show some self-love through the process as well, and never forget to show your children as much love as you can. Thanks, Shanaz.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
I don't know if you can feel it, but it's Clover Cubita's Jenga time. Now, last week, Kusle did it again, unfortunately. She has now been beaten Tabiso, which is easy to do. I don't know why it's such a big thing. And last week, she annihilated me, killed me, smashed me. I don't even know. But today, she's taking on the big one. She's taking on Miss Lily. Leanne is here, and she's been on the sidelines, burning to show off her Jenga skill. Leanne, can you actually play Jenga?
I can, yeah. I enjoy a good old game of Jenga.
This is going to be great. Now, to make sure you don't cheat, you have to grab a packet of Clover Cubitas in one hand, and with the other hand, you're going to obviously tackle your thing. Now, remember, it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. The first person who makes all the Jenga blocks fall, you're out, you're going with nothing, but we need to actually annihilate it. I can't wait till...
Not even the cheese?
You can only use one hand, remember. Cool. So one hand will have the cubitos, the other hand will play. Okay. Kitle, you can decide, because seeing that you are...
I'm the reigning champ.
Don't say it so loud.
Leanne, you can...
Thank you. You see, that's why she's the winner in life. She lets other people go first.
There we go, there we go. I'm really hoping that...
Woo!
Okay.
Oh!
Girl. There we go. Get into it, starting off nicely at the bottom. Don't stop believing. Okay, stop. Is that your skill? And you can eat the cubitos, guys. It's also a nice young snack there. High in protein, energy, calcium, good.
Oh, wonderful. I love a game where you can, like, play and eat at the same time.
Can you imagine? Just like,
oh my God.
Let me tell you, I'm available for this.
There we go. Okay.
So, Kusle, what's usually been like your...
my game plan.
What is... Not that I'm trying to steal it, I just want to know. You know, just share.
You know what, Leanne? It's all about determination and believing in yourself and your capabilities in life.
We're going deep
here as long as you trust yourself, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Listen, self-belief is so important.
Self-belief. We also heard you very competitive.
Boo-boo kitty.
Hello, Charles. Hello.
When you work with Katleho Mabwe, you gotta be competitive.
Friend, you wouldn't even have had a chance. You wouldn't have had a chance now.
With Kat? Oh, please.
No, trust me, Kat is like a next level of like competitiveness.
Really?
Do not.
Come on, Leanne, make this easy for me.
You know what? Like, it's quite difficult, eh? I can see why you've been the reigning champion of note. Like, is it the one that you touch you must go for? No, hey, that's not
Not necessarily, as long as it's one hand.
That is
PE rules.
That's chess.
That's PE rules, but like, because she was
No,
like
you see, she's the one who raised this to me, the
why
point.
you let me go first, though, because now I'm in a predicament. I got a little bit. No, I am not.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
I'm Team Leanne.
I cannot lose my title.
I just want to make sure that you guys know that I'm actually Team Leanne, okay?
Like, how did you do this so easy? How?
What are you snacking on? Some barbecue cheese cheddar? Is it yummy, Leanne? You loving
So
it?
good. My one is the smoked beef. It's giving me life.
I think I had that one last week, but I think my fave so far is still... Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Whoa.
What happened to you holding the cubitos?
Oh, yeah.
I was asking Jamie to
But you will use your teeth.
Yeah, changing the rules. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh,
Started from the bottom now.
Whoa, okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it starts getting really difficult.
It's tough out here.
It's tough.
It's tough.
You know what?
Wow. Wow. Just like that. Okay.
Just like that, girl.
Just
As
like
long
that.
as the snacks is popping, eh?
Literally.
What are you having?
It's the sour cream and onion. It's literally my fave. Yep.
I'm trying to distract you, girl. I'm trying. Do you not see? I'm on your side. You just don't make it fall.
You're meant to be neutral game master. Excuse me, ma'am.
I feel like you've been here for 2 weeks now.
I feel like you're shaking this table.
Excuses.
Oh
my gosh.
Happy day. Oh, happy day. He taught me how.
Sing it, girl. Sing it. Okay.
I too serve a living God, Leanne.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And I'm going to make...
And
Say
that
the
is
word.
how you do it.
Say the word.
Mama, you are the
Say
champ.
the word.
Hello.
Mama, I made it.
What is your final words now that you won the champ? Is there anything you want to tell to
I
the
would
people
just
out
like to
there?
say thank you to Kusha. You are a formidable competitor. And of course, just thank you to Clover Cubitos for giving me that much needed strength that I needed to win this challenge. Thank you. Well done.
There you have it. It's been tough. But whether you're looking for a deliciously cheesy snack for your lunchbox, road trip or holiday game night, Clover Cubitos should definitely be included. Now, there's a flavor for absolutely everyone available in sour cream and onion, smoked beef and chutney, my absolute favorite. And trust us, it's a hot vibe, mamas.
Yes.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover. Show that there's a glass and a half in everyone by lighting up the faces of orphaned and vulnerable children this festive season. Donate your pre-loved toys, books or games at the Cadbury Dairy Milk Generosity at the Mall of Africa in Johannesburg between the 10th and 16th of December. You can also donate your pre-loved or new toys at selected Toys R Us stores or online at toysrus.co.za.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. And you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso Morning Show, live on ABC3. You've woken up on the right side of bed. It's time for us to celebrate some birthdays. We start off with Tashmika, who's turning 8 years old today. Happy 8th birthday to our baby girl, Tashmika. You're such a wonderful little person who always brings love and joy into our lives. May the Lord bless you always. From Mom Tasha, Dad Amandus, as well as Tashan. Happy birthday, Tashmika. Rowan is 19 today. Big brother Rowan, may the Lord and God bless you with many more years to come. This is from your daddy Basil, mummy Ray, and sister Erin. They absolutely love you. Happy birthday, Rowan.
Another person I love is the little angel, Nakisha, which is celebrating her 2nd birthday. May the Lord bless you with many more years. Stay as cute as you are, clever little angel. We love you very much from your mommy, daddy, brother, and the whole family. Nakisha, I like that name, Nakisha.
Beautiful name. So cute.
And then a happy 1st birthday to Mukh Armin. May Allah bless you with many more, inshallah. Love you lots, like jelly tots from the Jacobs family.
Oh, what a cutie.
They are so
We're such adorable viewers.
man. Absolutely. And Diana Del Carme is celebrating her birthday. Happiest of birthdays to the best mom, Diana. Wishing you an abundance of love and happiness. Thank you for always being the anchor in our lives and family. We wouldn't trade you for the world, because to us, you are our world. We love you plenty. Our moms are just too special, man.
Beautiful.
And up next, we have Giamokhetswe. Giamokhetswe, ne?
Correct.
It's Giamokhetswe Junior Fulwane's 11th birthday today. I would like to thank God for his life. May he add more years into your life. Happy birthday from your parents. Happy birthday, Gia.
And the birthday train keeps moving. Here's one for Ivy and Irene. Happy 49th birthday to my twin sister, Ivy, Irene. Twin sisters, may God bless you many more. Love from Shanae and Karina. How beautiful is that? And then happy birthday to my wonderful wife and mum, to our children, Farinaz Solomon, who's bringing all of the cuteness there. And to may the Almighty grant you with all that is good things. We love you lots. This is from your husband, Adnan, and Abdul Muhaimin Solomons. Happy birthday.
I feel like the next one I need to sing, it's Brittany's birthday. Do you get it? No, you guys don't get it?
Brittany, I get it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wishing you so many of God's richest blessings on your birthday. Enjoy your day. We love you from the Goliath family, and that is, of course, for Brittany September. Happy birthday, Brittany.
Happy birthday, Brittany. Well, that's where we wrap it up for this morning. But of course, if you have a loved one celebrating their birthday soon, why don't you send us a WhatsApp video?
Send us
We
a
love
WhatsApp
getting
video.
those WhatsApp videos.
Absolutely.
071-640-6551. Or they can email us
on birthdays@cordova.tv.
Everybody celebrating their birthday today. From us to you, happy birthday.
Well, it's just a few minutes before 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at what's happening in those news headlines. In the national news this morning, Eskom last night moved to stage 6 load shedding, which means that according to the tweeted schedule, some areas may experience up to 4.5 consecutive hours without power. Now, this follows a technical problem at Medupi power stations impacting additional generation or power generation. The announcement sent shockwaves across social media, with stage 6 trending within a matter of minutes. At approximately 6 p.m., however, multiple municipal websites crashed, including the city of Cape Town, the city of Tshwane, and the city of Johannesburg. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has dissolved the interim board of PROSA and placed the struggling state-owned entity under administration with immediate effect. Bongi Sizwe Mpondo has been appointed as its administrator. Mbalula yesterday described Mpondo as an entrepreneur who has an extensive record in corporate governance and working with public institutions to improve operational efficiencies. Now, the appointment of the administrator, which was supported by Cabinet, would provide a quick turnaround time in decision-making. The Passenger Rail Agency has previously been rocked by allegations of administrative inefficiencies and corruption involving top executives. Now, moving further abroad, the Algerian prosecutor's office has requested 20-year prison sentences for several former politicians accused of corruption, including 2 prime ministers who served under former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. The trial is the first resulting from sweeping investigations into fraud allegations launched after Bouteflika stepped down in April in the face of mass protests which erupted in February against his bid for a 5th term. In all, 19 defendants face charges ranging from money laundering to abuse of office and granting undue privileges. 34-year-old Sanna Marin from the dominant Social Democrats was chosen by her party as the sole candidate for Prime Minister of Finland, making her the world's youngest Prime Minister. Finland's government resigned last week, but the 5 parties in power, 4 of them led by women, decided to stay in coalition, but said there would be a reshuffle. Marin takes over in the middle of major labor unrest and a wave of strikes which could halt production at some of Finland's largest companies. And then finally, a graphic student from the Ivory Coast has created an award-nominated African emoji called Zuzukwa. Now, 21-year-old Opleru Grebet said that he is retelling African stories through emojis and wishes to show the world that Africa is not only about hunger, poverty and wars. The emojis are West African references inspired by the capital of Abidjan. They are emojis in which we recognize ourselves, he says, and now his emoji app Zuzukwa has been nominated for the African Talent Awards Best App category and downloaded more than 130,000 times in but a few months. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Thank you so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with Sevens rugby. At the moment, obviously a firm focus there with the Cape Town Sevens. Coming up, the Springbok Sevens coach Neil Powell has now added Hachiva Diamani to his Dubai title-winning squad. That as the team prepares for the Cape Town leg of the HSBC 7 Series. Diamani, who is a loose forward for the Lions, was part of the SA Rugby Sevens Academy squad who won the Invitational in Dubai over the weekend. The Blitzboks were drawn in Pool A for Cape Town. This pool is considered the pool of death, with defending champions Fiji, last season's runners-up, and of course the USA also very strong, and Japan. Then on to football. 6-time Ballon d'Or winner and Barcelona's star striker Lionel Messi was notably left out of his team's 20-man squad. That's for their trip to the San Siro, where they'll take on Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona has already advanced to the knockout rounds after their 3-1 victory over Borussia Dortmund. Champions League action will continue this evening when defending champions Liverpool visit Red Bull Salzburg, Chelsea take on Lille, and Ajax host Valencia. And then staying with the beautiful game, our Monday night football saw Arsenal come from behind to claim a 3-1 win over West Ham in a London derby at the London Stadium. This was the first win for the interim manager, former player Freddie Ljungberg, ending the club's 9-match winless streak. 18-year-old Gabriel Martinelli opening the scoring for the Gunners. Nicolas Pepe then curled an incredible second, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang fired in a third in the English Premier League match. So Arsenal will be in action again this week. That's when they take on Belgian club Standard Liège in their Europa League encounter. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
It's 2 minutes past 7. It's time to have the first look at what's happening on the roads this morning. We're starting off in Pinetown in KwaZulu-Natal. There has been a serious accident on Hans Stedman and Newtown Road intersection. The entire road is currently obstructed and delays are expected. Please use an alternative route this morning. And in Cleveland, Gauteng, on the M2 highway, there has been a taxi crash with passengers before the Cleveland off-ramp. The road is currently obstructed and causing heavy delays. Please avoid the area by all means and use an alternative route this morning. And in the Metro Rail Northern Line, there's an extended travel time of approximately 60 minutes due to communication problems at Worcester. Please be patient this morning. Also, with the current weather and floods happening around South Africa, ensure that you are safe on the roads. And Jamie has a more extensive look on the weather this morning.
It's a beautiful Tuesday indeed. We are still locked down to your Feel Good Breakfast show, and we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures, and our regular photographer Ntokozo Makatini sent us this grey skyline from Johannesburg, where cloudy conditions are expected with strong thunderstorms and localized flooding, reaching a maximum of 17 degrees. Now, Verity Herbert also sent us this amazing sunrise from Rubik West, where mainly sunny conditions are expected with very warm temperatures, reaching a maximum of 33 degrees. Let's take a look at the rest of the country. Starting off with Polokwane, thunderstorms are expected ranging from 14 to 18 degrees. Umbombela rain is expected with a low of 16 and a high of 17. Heavy rainfall out for you, Pretoria, ranging from 15 to 18 degrees. Johannesburg, 13, 17, and a northeasterly wind of 24 kilometers per hour for Mahikeng with a low of 14 and a high of 25. A couple of showers for you, Klerksdorp, with a low of 14, peaking at 23. Kimberley, 13, 25. Bloemfontein, 13, 21. And occasional rain can be expected for Richards Bay with a low of 17 and a high of 21. For you, Pietermaritzburg, it's 14, 17, and heavy rainfall for Durban with a low of 19 and a high of 22. Mthatha, 14, 19. Cloudy conditions can be expected for East London with a low of 17, peaking at 21. Thunderstorms also expected for Cradock, 11, 24, and for the friendly city of Port Elizabeth, 18, 22. For the beautiful George, it is 15, 22, and a couple of showers expected for Sutherland with a low of 10 and a high of 24. Cape Town, the beautiful mother city, 16, 26, and Worcester, 14, ranging to about 29 degrees. Now, the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Springbok with an all-low of 11 and a high of 26, and the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington with a low of 18 and a high of 31. So make sure you want to be hydrated for the entire day, but make sure that you're locked down to your Feel Good Breakfast show and make it count.
Yes, stay locked down to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, this morning, our musical guest is 16-year-old singer-songwriter Andrea Fortuin. This young lady packs a serious punch in a little frame, but she's absolutely talented and she has the most gorgeous voice. She's about to give you a taste of it with a song called Rise Up. Here we go.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, we're gonna walk it out and mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again, and I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet, and move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again, and I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 1,000 times again. And I rise up, high like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. In spite of the ache, I will rise, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Come on! Andrea Bourdain on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, not many artists can make you feel a song, and she certainly does it. The gorgeous, talented Andrea Bourdain joins us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show throughout the show, so do not move a muscle. We'll be right back. Wow. Wow.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, 16 Days of Activism movement highlights the ongoing problem of violence against women and children all around the globe, one of the most widespread violations of human rights. Another major issue currently facing girls around the world is period poverty. Now, studies suggest that 1 in 4 women have struggled to purchase menstrual products due to poverty. Worldwide menstruation is among the leading causes of absenteeism from school. So here to talk to us about the sanitary product problem in South Africa, please welcome former nurse and psychologist Lemise Gesant, and later we'll be chatting to artist and activist Samantha Morena Beke, who will talk us through her sanitary pad drive. So good to have you on the show, Lemise.
It's nice to be back.
Oh, it is so good to have you back, looking beautiful in blue.
I mean, we first want to start with the stigma that is around menstruation. Why is such a natural thing such a taboo in society?
Yes, it's actually a very interesting question. You know, when we start to use euphemisms like anti-flow and the stum of the month.
Yeah.
And it's hard to talk about it, and it's been coming on for centuries, and not only in South Africa, all over the world, different cultures. And so, yes, things were put in place to protect women, but I think then it gets distorted, you know, because if you have your periods of the weakest sex, so they make allowances for you, and then after it becomes totally distorted. And so there's a lot of shame. And so depending which book you're reading and which research angle you're coming from, so they will say, am I allowed to say this on TV?
Yes, yes.
That there are men who are envious of women who can have periods and have babies. And so they sort of blame years ago for bringing about this. So shaming and putting women in their place.
Yeah.
And so it's been with us for so long.
Yeah.
But just think of a 10-year-old girl who starts to menstruate and the others are not yet.
Yeah.
So she's hiding that and she feels very ashamed of her body. And so we're not encouraged to talk about.
It breaks my heart that, at this day and age, this is still such an issue that, young girls and women feel shameful about something that is absolutely natural and so necessary, as to be a woman. But let's talk about period poverty. When a girl doesn't go to school because she isn't able to afford sanitary products. She doesn't want to bleed on her school uniform in front of her friends. What is the psychological aspect, or rather impact, on a young girl when that happens?
For girls, I mean, besides the shame and having to miss school. So it will affect your self-esteem, it will affect your self-confidence. So, and you're also missing such a lot of school, so now you fall behind with schoolwork. And so it can have, like the girls that we deal with, they have anxiety. And so teachers put so much pressure on children. We're not asking, how are you? And what was the reason for being absent? It's always, we're pushing the schoolwork and we're pushing academic achievement. And so the psychological effect of that will have a knock-on effect. So you are starting with shame and then you're being blamed. So you have anxiety and then you miss school and eventually it could lead to dropout. Teenage pregnancy, mental issues later on in life. And of course, then you're very vulnerable and you could end up in an abusive relationship. So it has a wide knock-on effect.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect. Because I remember when I started, I was so scared. I thought I did something wrong because I was so young. And I was so scared to let my parents know, my aunt know, and I was away from home. And I'm just like, did I do something wrong? It's painful, it hurts, and what do I do now? So then how do we accommodate, like, from a young age to tell young girls that, hey, it's natural, expect this?
The big boo-ha right now about life skills in schools, a lot of it is not true. But if we're allowed to teach girls in a common sense way that this is your body, this is how the body functions, and this is what you can expect. And for some girls, it comes much younger than the expected age for adolescence. And it's all part of it. And we openly talk about it. And parents talk about it. But in households, and I mean, if I think of in the areas in which I work, the houses are overcrowded. And there's not even time to talk about this gently. And then there's a whole lot of other siblings, and so you get teased. And if you don't have, I mean, you spoke about the poverty, if you don't have the finances to buy the resources, so you're not using sanitary towels, so what are you using? So I've heard of people using, can I say this, brown paper, newspaper, nappies. So just that alone.
Compromises your hygiene.
So how do we talk about that? So it is a real issue.
Well, fortunately, we're starting to talk about it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Lemise Gesant with us in studio, of course, a former nurse and psychologist. We're talking about period poverty. We're talking about the worldwide problem of young girls not having access to sanitary products, and of course the psychological impact of that. And we're shining a light on that stigma this morning. So this conversation will continue after this.
Thank you so much, ladies. We will continue that vital conversation a little bit later in the show. Right now, we're going to shift gears and we're going to get into a festive spirit. And if you're looking for a perfect gift for a passionate foodie this Christmas, look no further, because Woolies has a range of DIY kits that will make any foodie lover very happy. I'm just saying, just saying. This is a selection of really awesome kits, from Beer-battered to Fet Cook. There is even a kit for the budding barista that is so awesome. Today, Anel is going to show us her favorite DIY kit, the soft cheese making kit. But before that, Anela Cheese, I want you to please take us through this wonderful array of totally awesome, I mean, even the enamel kits themselves are so cool and exciting. Who gets goosebumps over a bread making kit? That's ridiculous. But these look awesome.
I know, because this is for you, eh? You're like a foodie.
Cool. No,
we were just talking about your fire and your wood and what you liked about the big tree that you cut down on your mother's house with all that beautiful wood. Well, you need this for Christmas.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
This is like a meat eater basting hug
Mug.
Listen to me.
It's a hug and a mug, it is.
So all you do here, there's some peaches inside, then all the ingredients, and you add a bit of vinegar and some water. You put this straight onto your fire, straight onto the fire for about 20 minutes. You cook it up, and you've got a beautiful basting sauce for your meats.
Lovely.
How are you going to impress the people?
Completely.
Yeah. And then
there's a novelty just around the whole kit itself and the really cool little brush. That's awesome.
And this is for the veggie eaters. So this is a herbivore one.
Oh,
And it's the
cool.
same. You add some vinegar and some water. Once again, 20 minutes on the fire with a beautiful brush. Brush it over your veggies, and the people are going to be so impressed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And we're really trying to push a higher vegetable content in our fries and our just in general. You want to make it interesting that it's going to take it off the charts. I love
And this, my husband is going to get this for Christmas.
Well, no, you're not, but
Rick.
yeah.
You just add beer to this mix. Yeah. You oil your little enamel pot a bit. You put it in the oven for 190 degrees for about 30-40 minutes, and you've got a beautiful beer bread.
That's
Boom,
it.
bam.
Oh, cool.
And these are ideal for Christmas
And
gifts.
it's so much fun. There's so many variations of really cool craft beers, and so that you can kind of have a little bit of fun with that as well. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, so let's make some cheese. I am one of the cheesiest people on the planet, so I really, this needs to be good.
We've got a bit of competition because I think I'm the cheesiest person.
No, I'm much cheesier than you, I promise you.
Come on, show me your cheesy side.
Completely easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I really am the cheesiest, but I'm really interested to learn this process. Okay.
This is my favorite kit. I get
Very
so
cool.
excited about it. You can make your own cheese at home. So what it comes, it's a porcelain bowl.
Okay.
Inside, we've got this beautiful piece of cheesecloth.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take it out.
Do you call it muslin
cloth?
Muslin
Yeah, I'm
cloth.
gonna
So it's
put
very much
that
like your baby's blanket. Don't use your baby's blanket. But,
And inside there you find some dried herbs that we've got here, and you get some citric acid that we're going to use in the cheese making.
okay.
Yeah. So all you need is some milk that you bring to simmer.
Just simmer, okay? And
Yeah,
it's
you
going
bring
to
it
keep
to
it's going to
simmer.
keep forming a skin, so you want to kind of not leave it there for too long, or kind of start the process, finish the process.
And then you add like 2.5 mils of citric acid,
This is science.
to water. Yeah.
How cool is that?
And the citric acid, you know what it does.
It makes the whey get out of the way.
Yes.
That's one thing I have picked up. So
Yeah.
that kind of separates the protein.
Protein, yeah. So it makes the protein clump together. So you get your solid particles and then your whey, you know.
Okay.
So whey is the water, the byproduct of cheese. So all you do is you add this
Add your citric.
citric
Cool.
acid, and you let this sit.
It gets to work immediately.
It
Hey,
gets
look at
to
that.
work. Look at
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Look at that.
You are a
Look.
mad scientist.
I
Look at
know,
that.
look at that.
The next time I think you need a white lab
Is there a
coat.
camera up here? I hope I can see that.
That is
This
funky.
amazing. Okay, this needs to sit. You can see how it's separated already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this needs to sit for about 15 minutes. We don't have time for that. So we're going to prepare our bowl.
Okay, so our
We're
little,
going to put like that.
little muslin cloth
Right,
goes
yeah.
over our
And if you can
cheesecloth.
just hold it for me, because I'm
Okay,
going to
I will.
pour this
I will do my best.
in here,
Go for it.
in there. Okay, and you
Now
don't
that you've covered
force
me in cheese, I am the cheesiest. I am.
And all you do, you bring these little
Your
ends-
corners together.
Look at
okay.
the water
Oh,
already.
look at that.
Yes, look
and
at
that's
that.
our whey left over there.
Yeah, that's the way, but don't throw it away, Graham. Use this because this is full of protein water. So use this when you're
Okay.
making stock or anything. And what I normally do, I take a little wooden spoon, maar hoe gaan die
lepeltjie.
wooden spoon nou vas? Dat ek
Okay.
dit vasmaak so. And then
A
you
little
hang
cheese-
it
a little cheese
like
hammock.
that. Okay,
Cool.
you can't hang it in here now, but you hang it somewhere where the water can
Can
separate.
then drop off.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
Then
so we'll
you-
leave that guy
This
to
will
weigh in. But
Yeah.
that's very cool. And that produces quite a lot of cheese as well.
Yes. So there's the cheese. Do you want to taste some?
I really do want to taste it.
But ek het gou 'n lepel kry. There's some cheese and there's a biscuit for you.
I'm going to I want to taste it pure and delicious. So what have you mixed in with our cheese there? So what
Yes, I
comes
nearly
back?
forgot. So when this is completely and done, you take let it hang for a few hours, and you add some herbs that you also get in your cheese kit. Kyk daar.
Oh, that's lovely.
Ek wil gou sommer die. Don't you want to take that off for me?
And it actually tastes, excuse me, just dripping.
Dripping
That's
it
how
off,
I open my
yeah.
Christmas presents.
And then I'm just going to put that in there, and then you just let it weigh the way out. You can see it's already going. And then you mix your herbs through. But if you don't have the dried herbs, if you've got beautiful fresh parsley or...
a little bit of pepper in there, that to cut through the acidity. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Go out, get yourself a DIY kit, buy one for every family member. If you have a gent in your life, if you have a foodie in your life that really loves to cook, just help them on their way to do something truly novel, really awesome.
Help them on their way.
Absolutely, help them on their way. I love it. Thanks, that's us weighing in. Have another taste.
Imina utatika fando sijabulile siyi Christmas.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Now, before the break, we were talking about all things sanitary, or rather menstruation around the world, especially addressing the problem in South Africa. On the couch, we are joined by former nurse and psychologist Lamise Gassant, and we continue the conversation to also hopefully address the problem of sanitary products in South Africa.
Lamise, do you think that we need to do more to educate our communities around women's bodies, around, you know, the cycle of menstruation, that it is not shameful, lift the stigma on it, and in order to, you know, to kind of like make us all get to a place where we realize that this is a very normal part of growing up, and hopefully, you know, get to a place where girls can be confident about it.
Oh, yes. No, Leah, and I definitely agree with you. And it has to be a multi-pronged approach. It can't just be with the girls. We need to start with young women. We need to start with parents. Now, you talk to your child about your body growing up. We need to have teachers properly trained so that they can be very matter of fact. And I mean, in an ideal world, even the sanitary product manufacturers would come on board and give free talks at schools and hand out free products and talk about the benefits of products. So definitely, because right now we know there's a lot of stigma and taboos around menstruation. And if we could clear all of that up, imagine how beautiful our girls would grow up and, as you say, confident, and they'd stay in school.
Do you think sometimes that stigma exists within ourselves as well? Like, for instance, I remember when I was growing up, I would never want to go and buy sanitary towels myself. I would send my brother, or I would send, you know, girls send their dads to do it, because you don't want to be seen buying it yourself. You know, so maybe we need to also start with ourselves and say to ourselves, this is not a bad thing, you know?
No, it's true. And I mean, that's the way we were socialized. And so there's all these fears. And so we perpetuate that, sometimes unconsciously.
Yes.
And so the more we talk about it in open forums like this, and we educate people on as many levels as possible, and of course we need to educate the men in our lives as well. And then it would be natural for a woman or for a child to go into a supermarket and buy these products and not feel any shame about it.
Yeah. I mean, earlier you spoke about how teachers also need to be trained when it comes to giving talks and information when it comes to menstruations, you know. But do you think that right now there are systems in place in schools, you know, to support girls going through this time and also providing sanitary towels?
Yes, it's not perhaps a uniform approach, but teachers are very resourceful. And especially in disadvantaged areas, teachers would make provision. There are schools where teachers out of their own pockets would buy sanitary towels and put it in a central place. Like most schools have a sick bay, and girls know they can go there and access this. There are schools who would invite people all the time to come and talk about body hygiene, personal safety, abusive relationships, sanitary products. And they'd invite people to schools because there's new products on the line, like have you heard of the menstrual cup? It is a bit pricey, but if you buy the cup, it costs between 250 and 500 rand, but you can use it for up to 10 or 15 years.
Yeah,
so it's an investment.
It's an investment.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, and so schools are inviting, you know, people in and having these discussions. And we need to talk to parents because sometimes parents are very fearful that teachers are giving perhaps too much information. But teachers are mothers themselves. And so when we're doing any kind of sexuality or teaching about the body, it's about how do we keep females safe. And as you say, how do we make them comfortable with their own bodies and confident enough, you know, to be a really functioning citizen.
So in April this year, Finance Minister Tita Mboweni actually announced that consumers will stop paying the value-added tax of 15% on sanitary pads in the country. Do you think that this is enough? Because I feel personally that pads should be free.
I'm with you. I also
think it should be in every school. It should be in every public bathroom. It should be something
Very
that women
accessible.
have access to anytime, anywhere.
I agree with you, Leanne, because if we can have free condoms in toilets,
yes, preach.
then I think there should be free condoms. Yes. Free pads, sorry. Free pads.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I know I've been in a situation where I've run out and I must ask a girlfriend, do you have? Yeah?
Yes.
So if there were free pads in all public toilets, and if free could be free at schools.
Exactly.
Then there's so many girls who would come to school and not miss school.
We'd be living our best lives. Louise, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I think that women's bodies are beautiful and intricately made. It's something that should be celebrated. There's nothing shameful about having a period or having your menstrual cycle. So hopefully one day, very, very soon, pads will be free and available anywhere and everywhere.
Fantastic, ladies. Time for us to bring it once again to the kitchen. Now, what we're making this morning, made from the finest rooibos tea leaves that grow under the South African sun. Fresh packed rooibos, we all love it. It is a refreshing beverage in its copper red color that we've all come to love. So if you're looking to keep cool yet spicy on these hot days as we approach and step right deep into the summer, then our fresh packed chai spiced frappe is just what you need. Andrea and Jamie Lee, you're joining me in the kitchen to make this. In fact, we're all just collaborating in this process. But do you guys like a frappe?
To be honest, I've never had one.
Me too.
You've never had one?
I had a latte.
Okay, Mama, but never a frappe.
No.
Well, then I'm going to introduce you guys to some new things. So Fresh Pack, of course, is our hero product. So Jamie Lee, you already know what to do. That's what's the process that's
I get taught by Nicole. I love Nicole because she's like, babe, you're going to do it like this.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have our boiling water over here. We're going to take 2 little tea bags, pop it in to boiling water, and then make sure that it, you know, just gets it rich.
So you're basically just making sure you brew that tea in the boiling water, stir.
There we go. And then you put your honey in, of course, to give that nice sweet
flavor.
So we're obviously only doing 2 for this one because we're doing a half.
Okay.
But usually you can make a full and use 4, and then this is the next result.
I actually drink this when my voice is like...
So if I drink this, am I going to be able to sing like you?
No, I don't think
Maybe
that's quite the way it works.
You need a whole,
you need an actual type talent of singing, but you could try. So that's fantastic. So you've got your boiling water mixed with the tea bags. Depending on how much of it you're looking to make, you will use the number of tea bags required for that quantity. Now, the end product of that is that you will end up with something like this that you throw into a jar like that.
Jar, yes, but you need to make sure that it's cold because the frappe is a nice and cold drink. So this is obviously cold, this is half. And what you're going to do with the rest of the tea, which is cooled down, you're going to put it into an ice tray. So you can get nice blocks. So it's going to be nice and crunchy and like a slush puppy smoothie vibe.
Andrea, for a 10, we're going to put you to work. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Earn your keep in this kitchen. I need you to please get a mix of ingredients together. Get our tea that's been cooled down into there for us. Yeah, there we go. I like the precision with which you do it, as if you could mess it up, just like very nice and gentle. So much poise with everything you do. And then some milk as well over there. And ice cubes, please.
Do this at home.
You can literally do this at home. And in fact, if you want to do this at home, SMS Fresh Pack to 33728. That's the keyword to get your hands on this recipe. Fresh Pack to 33728. We'll gladly send you an SMS with a link to the recipe. Oh, yeah, get that in there. Get those ice cubes in there, Andrea Fortain. And then, of course, what is the festive season, especially Christmas, without all of these absolutely amazing cloves that we're using. So we've got some cinnamon, we've got cardamom, we've got star anise, we've got nutmeg as well. Get them all in there. It smells very Christmas.
All
Throw
spices.
them all in there, all of those.
And Old Spice.
It does smell nice already.
I think I'm... No one get that.
No, you're not. Also, if you're going to be in the kitchen, Andrea, something I always say, if you're in the kitchen and then you don't mess it up, then I'll take over from here. Then I don't think you're doing the right thing, eh? If the kitchen is not a mess, I don't trust the food that comes out of it. But once again, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, pretty simple, SMS Fresh Pack to 33728. We're going to get it in here and then go... Fresh Pack to 33728. And we're going, getting that frappe going. Okay, in a couple of seconds.
Looks good already.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, it does look good, eh? It does look good.
It's like a milkshake.
And of course, we are making use of our Fresh Pack because Fresh Pack Rooibos is full of antioxidants and it's naturally caffeine-free. So for all those people trying to, slow down on the caffeine, this is the perfect thing. It is also the #1 Rooibos tea in South Africa. It's naturally sweet, fantastic, comes in a variety of flavors, bonus, including honey-flavored, lemon-flavored, mango, peach, cranberry, pomegranate, as well as the natural Rooibos flavor, which is a classic that we all love. So I'm going to throw that in the glass for us.
Pomegranate. It's pomegranate, Boo Kitty. But thank you so much for pomegranate. It's a new fruit there from Amelskraal.
Thank you. You see, you teach me how to pronounce that word. I teach you all about a frappe. Okay. Wow, what a shady lady, actually. Well, we finish it off here, and you've missed any of the steps. Take a look at this recap. What were you saying?
Pomegranate.
Enjoy delicious homemade iced tea this summer. Simply add fresh lime, berries and honey to ice-cold Fresh Pack Rooibos tea. See on pack for more recipes. Fresh Pack, goodness comes naturally.
There we go. Fresh Pack to 33728. Easy as that. So now it's done. We need to seal it off and close off this process exciting frappe with a bit of cream, Andrea.
Scoop it?
No, that's all you do. Just scoop
there it is.
Into the glass. There we go. And of course, the thing with cream is you can never have too little or too much. You can go as much as you want. There really are no rules. But of course, if you want this recipe sent to your phone, once again, one last time, Fresh pack to 33728. This looks good. You've done a really decent job there. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Proud of you.
And then our nice steel straws in there. And I want to ask you ladies to please, why don't you go give one to Graham and one to Leanne? And Leanne, no?
Okay, yes.
I'll make some more. I'll make some more for us. I'll make some more for us. They look like they could do with it. Once again, it's Fresh Pack to 33728. This is definitely one delicious to try at home. And of course, add some of your own favorite flavors as well. Remember that keyword one very last time. Fresh Pack to 33728. Enjoy.
Enjoy delicious homemade iced tea this summer. Simply add fresh lime, berries and honey to ice-cold Fresh Pack Rooibos tea. See on pack for more recipes. Fresh Pack, goodness comes naturally.
They're gonna tell you you're not perfect, but baby girl, you're worth it. Keep your head in the clouds and never look down. Gotta figure it out. Don't shake that crown. Been waiting so long. Time's made me strong. That's why I'm singing this song. Don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody go ahead and underestimate me. But I just keep on elevating, yeah. 'Cause this time, all that I wanted was there all along, as close as the beat of my heart. It's what I've been waiting for. It's only just the start. No, I'm not afraid no more. Keep your head in the clouds and never look down. Gotta figure it out. Don't shake that crown. Been waiting so long. Time's made me strong. That's why I'm singing this song. Don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, everybody. Let me taste this pomegranate. It's actually very good, but the taste kicks you back a little bit. It has like
refreshing. Okay, I'll put it down for you.
Yeah,
That's
thank
really
you
good.
so much. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on SABC3. Now, before the break, we were joined by former nurse and psychologist. I'm talking about Lamise Gasant. Now we are on our third part of our conversations about the sanitary towels issue in South Africa and menstruation problem in South Africa and around the world. Right now, we are joined by hip-hop artist Umorena. She's a writer, a poet, a creator, and activist, and she advocates for human rights, Africa, and the environment, and will in 2020 be touring to 7 out of the 9 provinces to distribute sanitary pads to underprivileged girls. She joins us to talk about this initiative. First of all, girl, when last did I see you? Look at you doing amazing things.
It's been a while. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Likewise.
So I'm gathering you the two of you go all way back.
Yes,
We're going
we know
way
each
back.
other.
I love it. I love it. Well, talking about going way back, let's talk about your passion for sanitary pads and the fact that it needs to be distributed freely. Why is it such a passion for you?
See, I was born a girl. So as a girl, you know, we're born, and then there's struggles that come through, and there's ways that we have to adjust. And it would be so much nicer if the places that you exist in would make these struggles easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a national crisis. It's probably an international crisis, but we're focusing here at home that there are kids that don't go to school, you know, because of they on their period, and so they have to miss class, and then they end up failing, and then it brings up, it's like a slippery slope of problems, because then you end up not being educated, you become more dependent, economically dependent, and it just goes on to and on and on. So it's something really worth addressing. Yeah, it's a problem.
It's a very emotional topic, though, because also it just addresses how women are placed in society, as our Miss Universe mentioned, and the way we are labeled, the way we are placed, and where we are placed. It's almost like nature is excluding us, you know? Now, let us in on the inside of the entire initiative. Why this drive, and also how can the public get involved in it as well?
All right, so it's very funny actually how it came about. See, I'm an artist, right? So there's this organization, One Click One Nation, that reached out to me and said that they're having this initiative. Is there any way that I can, like, you know, they would like me to come about, because they know that I speak a lot about women and children rights. And I'm like, this is amazing, you know, and they were going to be touring 7 provinces in South Africa, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Gauteng, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape and Free State, and they would be going to underprivileged schools and targeting 3,000 in a total, 3,700 school kids, giving them sanitary towels, socks and shoes in order to start off the year 2020 year with some self-confidence, because we know that when you don't have, you lack self-confidence, and the journey to the end of your academic year is going to be troublesome. So I hopped onto this initiative because it's such a brilliant, brilliant cause, and it's so much in line to, you know, where myself as an artist, where I see myself going, you know, giving back to who I am, young girls, you know, making their lives somewhat easier. So it's very important. So I hopped onto this, and so next year we'll be touring. And how the public can get involved is it's open donations that you can do for those particular products that I mentioned. And so in every province that you are located, there's the drop-off points that you can go to. You can give off those items, or you can actually contact the organization itself directly and then make contributions where you can.
That's powerful. That's powerful. The things that should be part of our basic rights. You know, we take it for granted on a daily basis. So thank you so much for doing that. But you're also an artist, a writer, a poet, a creator. What can we expect from you in the near future?
I'm very, very excited. This is actually the year that I decided to just throw myself head in first for my music. What you can expect is more music. Like, I write music for the people. I don't write it for myself. I consider myself an activist writer in terms of my music. Like, there's always something that I'm trying to change, you know, feeling good, because sometimes, you know, music can shift you to the wrong mindset. So I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of people in terms of new music, putting it out there for people to listen.
We're here for new music.
We're here for it. We're available.
Thank you so much for joining us, Morena. You are doing incredible work, and we look forward to your work. From this music artist to the next Tabsy, who are you with?
Well, you don't have to ask no more, because here she is right in front of me. She has blown records on social media, but of course on digital platforms such as YouTube as well, with song requests coming in from all corners of the earth. Andrea Frateni is in the house this morning, inspiring us with some of her tunes. This one is an Expresso exclusive. You haven't seen it anywhere, you haven't heard it anywhere. It's called Unstoppable. Take it away.
Just where I'm going, and I know just what I want. I gotta show you what I'm made of. They're gonna tell you you're not perfect, but baby girl, you're worth it. Keep your head in the clouds and never look down. Gotta figure it out. Don't shake that crown. Been waiting so long. Time's made
made me strong. That's why I'm singing this song. Don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody go ahead and underestimate me. But I just keep on elevating, yeah. 'Cause this time, all that I wanted was there all along, as close as the beat of my heart. It's what I've been waiting for. It's only just the start. No, I'm not afraid no more. Keep your head in the clouds and never look down. Gotta figure it out. Don't shake that crown. Been waiting so long. Time's made me strong. That's why I'm singing this song. Don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, yeah. 'Cause this time I am, I will, I can. This time I am, I will, I can. Oh, yeah. Don't you let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody tear you down, 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 or shake you to the ground, ground, ground. Gonna keep on living now, now, now. Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, yeah. Don't you let nobody know. Hey.
Come on, ladies and gents, give it up to Andrea Fontaine. Yes, Queen, bringing all of that feel-good, Unstoppable is now out on all streaming platforms, right?
Yep.
You can buy it, you can stream it, you can go watch this video over and over again on YouTube and take it all in. She is here, and it feels like she's here to stay. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast
Sasko, baking together since 1930.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live on SABC3. Now, here's the thing. You meant to make a Christmas cake early in October, feed it weekly with brandy, let it mature, marzipan it 2 weeks before, and ice it once a week before the big day. And guess what? You didn't, and neither did we. But all is not lost. There is a very simple homemade version, thanks to our Jenny Morris, of course, and Sasko, for those who didn't get around to making this cake far in advance, or who are fearful of making one for the very first time. And it's very easy, but also really, really good as well. So throughout this entire time, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, SMS Sasko to 33728. We'll send it straight to your mobile phone. Jenny Morris, Queen, I get excited when I see you because the notes that we take, it's incredible. But you also seem to be able to take some of the most seemingly complicated recipes and distill them for us, make them seem so easy to make. Like this Christmas cake can be quite daunting for some people.
That's because you just look at a picture and you get intimidated.
Yeah.
It's so easy with Sasko.
Okay, well, you're going to show us how this morning. What do we need?
Well, I'm going to take my wooden spoon.
Okay.
And you're going to throw.
I'm going to throw.
And I'm going to be the stirrer.
You know me,
okay.
I'll always come to the party.
So this is like a one-pot wonder. Let's pop the sugar in.
Sugar into what?
Into my pot.
A warm pot,
yes.
Okay. What are you doing this for?
And the butter.
Why?
This is a lastminute.com.
Some butter as well.
Yes, let's go. This is some beautiful glacé pineapple. Put the butter in. It gives it a lovely richness. So there's nothing missing in this recipe. This is all fruit and all Sasko and all boozy.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
Well, the thing is now you have you could go sherry, you could go whiskey, you could go rum.
You really can make it your own. It's up to you. Just keep the kids away from it, please.
Don't be silly.
What are we throwing in there now?
The beautiful glacé cherries. Now, the thing is you need to cut your cherries because if you don't cut them, by the time you put them with your flour, they're going to sink to the bottom. Now, let's go mad with this fruit.
Okay, cool.
Some
so
figs.
We're throwing everything in there. Figs, yes.
Figs.
What else would you like?
Some of these. Come on, darling. Take your hands and, ooh, it's got to be fruity.
Okay, all right.
There
I can
we go.
definitely see it getting quite rich and thick in there.
That's beautiful.
So we're throwing all of these resins in there as well. All sorts of them, because you want to make sure that it's a bit of an explosion, right?
Of course. And the
People
fruit will start to plump up. It'll start to swell.
Yeah.
And you leave this overnight. Okay. So now this, we're going to pretend, as one does, on television,
that we did it.
We did it last night.
Yeah, quick time lapse, and then of course
bring that.
We'll bring this.
Let me get that out of yes.
So this is after you've left it overnight. But when you say overnight, Jenny, in terms of, let's say someone wasn't making it overnight, if I was making it, let's say, start right now in the morning, as someone might do because they're watching the show right now, how many hours would you say?
You know what? Give it 2 or 3. As long as it swells.
Oh, it's all about the swell. So you want to watch it swell and suck up all of that. Okay, fantastic.
This is gorgeous. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this straight into here. And you're going to give me 1 cup, 1 cup of Sasko.
Oh, which one? Because we've got this one. So our Sasko cake wheat flour, which we're using now. You want a cup of that.
Into here.
Okay.
And let me, look at this. This is too beautiful. And then a half a cup of the self-raising.
Half a cup of
which is just going to give it a bit of a lift.
Well,
can you smell the richness of the butter?
I love the Sasko self-raising because
it's lovely.
What can't you do with it?
You can do lastminute.com.
You can do. I am the king of lastminute.com, Jenny. Any recipe, anything that needs to be cooked, needs to be bought, needs to be made. I'm always the guy that's rocking up at the very last minute. This saves my life all the time.
It does.
But of course, that keyword once again is Sasko. SMS Sasko to 33728. We'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe. What are we throwing in there now?
Oh, this is a bit of vanilla.
Don't lose me here.
Some vanilla, baby.
Vanilla in there. Okay.
Now I want you to lick your finger and just put it in there and tell me.
Isn't this bicap? Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Are we whitening now?
No, it's good for that. All natural.
Of course,
it's good for orange zest. Beautiful, rich egg yolks.
So eggs, orange zest. It takes a lot of ingredients to make a Christmas cake, but I think if you've left it for the last minute, you have no room for complaining.
But if you look at this recipe, nothing is missing.
That's the thing.
It's
you
got
really got everything in it.
Yes. Now come and do some Magic
you want me
with
to
mama,
do that?
yes.
Okay, well,
Show me how you do it.
Oh,
Two
now I'm
hands.
doing it like I'm making pap. Here's me. You can see what I grew up doing. But that keyword once again is Sasko to 33728. While I do this and get this going, yeah, is that the vanilla?
The
Some more
last
vanilla.
drop,
You
sweetheart.
check out this this recap we've prepared for you.
Sasko, baking together since 1930.
You can see I definitely had to hand over to a professional, Jenny Morris, to just finish off there. But that keyword is Sasko to 33728. And as you can see, it really is a lot of ingredients that goes into making the perfect Christmas cake. Oh, but when it's done, it's also decadent. And you want to literally indulge and indulge and indulge non-stop. Okay.
Look at this collar.
Oh, I love it. And I love the fact that I actually did this.
We did it.
Well, yeah, you mixed the ingredients, but I did the hard manual labor, the hard work. Okay, so that's done. What's next? What would you do after this?
Okay, this is going to go into the oven and it's going to cook nice and slow. What I've done here is you need to protect it, so you make a little double layer.
Yeah.
In the old days, my mother would bake it in a cardboard box.
Oh. Because then it stays in, right?
And also stops it from burning.
Oh,
there's a lot of sugar in
there's
here.
something new here.
I know you shouldn't eat raw egg, but please taste that.
Okay, you can just... Okay, that's Sasko to 33728. Only Jenny can literally manage to make me do this. Go try this out. If you've left it for the very last minute, you can start today. But of course, if you do not have all the ingredients ready and you do want to make it still just before Christmas, the day before, or even on the day, you can make this. Sasko 33728.
In the national news this morning, Eskom last night moved to stage 6 load shedding, which means that according to the tweeted schedule, some areas may experience as many as 4.5 consecutive hours without power. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has dissolved the interim board of PRASA and placed the struggling state-owned entity under administration with immediate effect. Bongisizwe Mpondo has been appointed as its administrator. On the international front, the Algerian prosecutor's office has requested 20-year prison sentences for several former politicians accused of corruption, including 2 prime ministers who served under former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. 34-year-old Sanna Marin from the dominant Social Democrats was chosen by her party as the sole candidate for Prime Minister in Finland, making her the world's youngest Prime Minister. Of the 5 parties in power in Finland, 4 are led by women. And then finally, as congratulatory messages continue to pour in from around the world for newly crowned Miss Universe, South Africa's stunningly beautiful and gracious Zozibini Tunzi, there's been more good news regarding one of South Africa's other icons and Nobel laureate, the beloved Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. Now, the Arch, as he is fondly known, has been discharged from hospital in Cape Town and returned home yesterday with instructions to rest. He spent 6 days in hospital undergoing treatment for a recurring infection. The Tutu family has thanked all of those who have sent messages of love and prayers. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's take a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's dive right in with Sevens. Springbok Sevens coach Neil Powell has added Archiva Daimani to his Dubai title-winning squad as the team prepares for the Cape Town Sevens leg starting this Friday. In football, six-time Ballon d'Or winner and Barcelona's star forward Lionel Messi has been left out of the team's 20-man squad. That's for their trip to the San Siro, where they'll take on Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League this week. And staying with football, on Monday night football action saw Arsenal come from behind to claim a 3-1 win over West Ham United in the London derby at the London Stadium. This was the first win for interim manager and former player Freddie Ljungberg, ending the club's 9-match winless streak. That's a wrap of your sport for this Tuesday morning.
It's time to have the final look at the traffic this morning. Starting off in Pinetown, KwaZulu-Natal, there has been a serious accident on Hansted Man and Newtown Road intersection. The entire road is currently obstructed and delays are expected. Please use an alternative route this morning. In Gauteng, Cleveland, on the M2 highway, there has been a taxi crash with passengers before the Cleveland off-ramp. The road is currently obstructed and causing heavy delays. Please avoid the area and use an alternative route this morning. And lastly, Metrorail Northern Line, there's an extended travel time of approximately 60 minutes due to communication problems at Worcester. Please be patient this morning. That's your 8 o'clock traffic roundup. Right now it's time for the weather.
It's a beautiful Tuesday morning right here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Our regular photographer, Ntokozo Makatini, sent us this grey skyline from Johannesburg, where cloudy conditions are expected with strong thunderstorms and localized flooding, reaching a maximum of 17 degrees. Verity Herbert sent us this amazing sunrise from Rubik, where mainly sunny conditions are expected with very warm temperatures, reaching a maximum of 33 degrees. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country. With Polokwane, thunderstorms are expected, reaching a low of 14 and a high of 18. Umbumbela 16, 17, and heavy rainfall out in Pretoria, ranging from 15 to 18 degrees. For you, Johannesburg, it's 13, 17 degrees. Northeasterly wind of 24 kilometers for Mahikeng, with a low of 14 and a high of 25. A couple of showers for Klerksdorp, ranging from 14 to 23 degrees. Kimberley 13, 25. Bloemfontein 13, 21, and occasional rain for Richards Bay, ranging from 17 to 21 degrees. For you, Pietermaritzburg, it's 14, 17 degrees, and heavy rainfall expected for Durban, with a low of 19 and a high of 22. Mthatha 14, 19, and for East London it is 17, 21. Thunderstorms can also be expected for you, Craddock, with a low of 11 and a high of 24. And then for the friendly city of Port Elizabeth, it is 18, 22. For George, 15, 22, and a couple of showers can be expected for Sutherland, with a low of 10 and a high of 24. For the mother city, Cape Town, it is 16, 26. Worcester 14, 29. And the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Springbok, with an all-low of 11 and a high of 26. And the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington, with a low of 18 and a high of 31. Of course, it is a Tuesday. We're making sure that you're having a full good day. And of course, Annie Fontaine is still in studio to make sure that you start this day correctly.
It is the moment all animal lovers have been waiting for. This week only, we are giving away some pretty cool pet-related prizes in the Hills 5 days of giveaways competition.
Whew, now, earlier, of course, we asked you to SMS the keyword Hills for a chance to spin the wheel and win big with Hills. And now it's time to get spinning.
And we've got on the line our latest winner. She is already a winner. Now time to decide what prize. A very good morning, Miss Nikki Lay. Good morning, Nikki. How are you doing?
Good morning. Well, and you?
Oh, very good. You sound nervous. Why are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm excited.
Yay, I love that. But congratulations. Do you have pets at home, presumably?
I have 2 Burbu.
Oh, wow.
What are their names?
Love them.
Lala and Caesar.
Lala and Caesar. Those
Very
are good
good
Burbu
Burbu
names.
names,
I
yes.
absolutely love it. Well, let's see if we can score something really special for Lala and Caesar. Are you ready to spin the wheel? You're going to have to count us down. Give us a 3, 2, 1, and then my beautiful co-star, Leanne, will spin the wheel. Okay, give us a countdown.
1, 2, 3.
Go for it. Oh, and she gave it a very enthusiastic one.
I gave it a good
That
push.
was a good spin. It's turning. turning. It's turning. It's turning. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Number 7. Nikki, would you like to know what you won? You won a small bed, dream pillow, and voucher up to 7.5 kilograms of Hills pet food. Congratulations! Thank you! Woo, what a prize!
Oh man, look, I think the 7.5 kgs of food is going to go a long way with the big dogs. The small bed, they're going to have to share it. You can put it on your lap and they can rest their head on it. I think is how we're going to have to do it. But it's a very valuable prize from a fantastic sponsor. So congratulations. Please give both of your big pups a big hug from the Expresso
Lala
family.
And Caesar.
Thank you.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Congratulations, Nikki Lay. And of course, you guys at home have the opportunity to win as well. And don't forget about that grand prize of a year's worth of Hills pet food just for you. But you've got to keep entering, and we'll do this all over again tomorrow. We've got 5 days of giveaways, courtesy of Hills.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health? It all starts with science.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand. Only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC2. We've had a jam-packed morning, lots of singing, but it's time to look at things of the traveling perspective. Now, being a responsible traveler sounds simple in theory. Just go green, take care of the environment. But when it comes time to actually taking action, it can get a bit overwhelming. Where to start and what to actually pack. Now, friends at Travel Start joined us this morning to chat about easy ways to travel without feeling guilty about your carbon footprint. So thank you so much, John, for just giving us a bit more insight about this.
I mean, obviously the first question is, what is sustainable traveling? What can you tell us about eco-friendly, and why should we, you know, even bother?
I think the question is, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to? It's, I think, quite obvious to most people the consequences of global warming.
Yeah.
So sustainable travel would just be finding ways to avoid or lessen your carbon footprint and still have an awesome holiday.
Now, when you think of traveling, what are some top tips that we can help to avoid this and obviously just leave a good footprint for the generations to come?
Yeah, good question. Well, firstly, you can sort of, before you leave, do a couple of things like turn off unnecessary appliances, your geyser and all of that jazz. Pack light. It's a very good tip. You know, the less you take, the better, pretty much.
Really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
If you've got 2 big suitcases you're taking on the plane and you could fit it, you know, the essentials in one, you've got 1 less bag's weight that you're taking with you.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're that side, sort of try and reduce your carbon or your emissions. So choose modes of transport that are not going to, like a bicycle, for example, if you want to explore the city. Choose local produce when you're there as well.
Yeah.
Things that don't need to be imported will obviously have less of a carbon footprint. Try and stay clear of sort of wildlife-related things like elephant back rides and things like that, which are not really good for the animals themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads and loads, but just that's just a few. Yes.
Yeah. Especially with the wildlife aspect of it, a lot of people travel to experience that. So, you know, you heard
You can still do it, but do it responsibly. So, like the elephant riding, you know, that sort of thing, I would
suggest.
Wouldn't suggest.
Yeah. And then next year, what kind of eco-friendly places should we visit and why?
Well, I mean, I feel like we've got a lot of local stuff as well that we can look at, and I think that's the first thing. If you don't have to fly anywhere, that's already one sort of thing that you're doing there. But Finland and Iceland, they are... they sort of compete for the 2 greenest countries in the world, which is kind of cool. And then Amsterdam as well. It's like the 5th greenest city in the world.
Oh, wow.
And you can definitely take a bicycle around Amsterdam.
And how far is South Africa from being #1?
I think quite far.
Really?
Yes.
That's bad.
I know, right? But what is Travel Start doing to support this movement and join in on this conversation as well?
Just joining with sort of really good suppliers that are quite focused on that. I would suggest having a look at our website, but one that does spring to mind is G Adventures. They do a lot of really cool eco-friendly packages, like some really, really amazing stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So
Travelstart.co.za.
Travelstart.co.za. John, it's amazing to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank
you
you.
always learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Of course, now whether you call it green travel, eco travel, or sustainable travel, if you're trying to travel more lightly and in a more eco-friendly way, we've got you covered. Get the best deals with awesomely affordable packages to destinations around the globe on travelstart.co.za. You heard it here first.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Just breathe it out. Say woosah with me. The festive season is finally here. We're almost here. We're this close. You can taste it. A great time. Obviously, you enjoy the company of friends. I'm most looking forward to getting time with family. Delicious foods, treats, sometimes a little too much alcohol. Yes, we know this. All has a direct effect on our health and, most importantly, our skin. And unfortunately, not in the best way. And we chatted to Dextrol, pharmacy sales representative, a very proud one at that, Tanya Smith, and dermatologist and friend, Dr. Ian Webster, on the best holiday skincare tips to keep our skin happy and protected. Why do we need to? Because we've got it for life. We want to keep it for life, and we want to keep it healthy. Doc, welcome back. I'm going to start with you because this is a very indulgent time of the year, and often where we shelve our responsibility and we just kind of let ourselves go because we feel we've earned it. But when we look at the overindulgence, what we're putting into our body, the additional time maybe out in the sun during a very high UV time, this part of the world, what kind of effect does this time of the year, can it have in a general way on the health of our skin?
Well, first of all, the overindulgence, excessive intake of refined carbohydrates can cause, obviously, acne breakouts, but it can actually also damage our collagen. It can cause sagging, refined lines and wrinkles. It can.
So Christmas can age you, and it's not just the dynamic of having additional family staying at your house.
Yes, and then obviously the sun, excessive sun exposure. So you want to avoid bad sunburns. And it's been shown if you have had a bad blistering experience in childhood, one bad sunburn predisposes you towards malignant melanoma.
Just one?
One bad sunburn, especially as a child, can predispose you to malignant melanoma.
That's crazy. So, I mean, maybe I can put this to you. Tanya, from a family's perspective, this is quite a scary thing because we overindulge, but you often don't think that you might be damaging your children by letting them overindulge.
Yeah. Well, with Dextrol, it has got 3 key ingredients, which is a soft and liquid paraffin, which acts as a film-forming and then enhances a barrier effect. Okay, and then it's also got glycerol, which is a deep moisturizing agent, which helps stimulate the skin elasticity, which is perfect in those circumstances.
So we're countering the lack of collagen,
yes.
and we're repairing the skin that the sun has damaged. And I like the fact that, and I've put this to the test with my 2.5-year-old boy
yes.
as well, that it can be used across the board, that the entire family can use it.
Correct.
Doc, I'm going to put this to you because you educated me, and I think from our first discussion that we had about the importance of pH balance and looking after your skin. How can often using products that are the cheapest and the easiest to access, how can that possibly damage your skin?
Unfortunately, a lot of the bath soaps that you buy in the supermarket, as I've said before, they're the wrong pH. Your pH of your skin is 5.5. And a lot of those bath soaps, unfortunately, are pH about 10. They might be antibacterial. We don't want to disturb your normal, you've got a skin microbiome. You've got your normal bugs and bacteria that live on your skin. And you don't want to disturb that. And you want to preserve the epidermal barrier function of your skin. So you've got your stratum corneum, and you don't want to disrupt that. So if you use the product with the wrong pH or antibacterial, you disrupt that epidermal barrier function, and that's where you end up with a dehydrated, irritated skin. So you want to use a cleanser that is more gentle, and then obviously replace it with the appropriate moisturizer.
I'm all about that one-stop shop. I do take a lot of care of my own skin. I have to at my age, and I spend a lot of time shooting out in the sun, and we've got makeup on very long days, and I'm constantly just feeling and looking tired, and I absolutely hate that, but I love the fact that within your range that you've got everyone covered. So maybe you can take us through the products that you brought here just to give people a sense of the holistic approach when it comes to Dextrol.
Okay, well, you start off, we've got a daily program, so you start off with the Dextrol cleansing cream for hygiene, which is soap and fragrance free, so therefore can be used from infants to adults, and for various very dry skin ailments. And then to follow it up with our Dextrol emollient cream for the moisturizing care. Okay, so we've got the different sizes. So you've got the 50 gram, which is just handbag size, which is essential to have on hand all the time, especially now that we've come to the festive season.
I'm flying out to Durban today. I'll take that.
Okay, so that's very convenient to reapply. And then, of course, because you're in the sun, and it's going to now happen more often with swimming and the activities, your skin can become dehydrated. So therefore, Dextrol is vital to have in your handbag or next to your bed. And then, of course, we've got the pump action one as well. So therefore, the whole family can use it.
I love it.
And it hydrates the skin and moisturizes it as well.
And it's non-greasy, which is a massive thing, and it just gets absorbed. It really is amazing, and especially especially if you are eczema prone, like my little boy has been. That's been probably the biggest shift, is seeing that kind of the difference that it's made in his life. Just very quickly, one last tip. If you could think of one thing that you would love to tell every one of your clients and everyone listening right now going into this festive time.
I think it's the sun. It's sun avoidance, sun protection, wear the proper clothing, and use an appropriate sunscreen that's appropriate for your skin type. Okay. So I think that's the most important thing. You know, you don't want your children to get sunburnt, because that puts them at risk of developing malignant melanoma in their later life.
And once is all it takes. Guys, thank you so much. I've loved this journey that we've walked with Dextrol, so thank you so much for bringing that into our lives. Doctor, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Have a fantastic start to the festive season. And moderation, guys, moderation. Skincare, I think, shouldn't have to be complicated. The Dextrol range designed for skin dryness and may be caused by a number of different reasons, helping to a healthier, happier skin, and I think holistic health at that.
Is a complete dryness soothing and protection system, safe for daily use and suitable for all dry skin. Dry skin protection for the whole family.
Mama, I have missed you so much. So good to be in the kitchen with you once again.
Of course.
After your long holiday. But you're coming back inspiring us in the kitchen. What are we doing later?
Let me tell you, coming up on the show, we're making beer-battered fish tacos. There's nothing more that I love than a crispy taco, but if you put that beer-battered fish in with some other condiments included, it's going to be amazing.
Also going to be showing you how to make it crunchy, but also that Woolworths gift inspiration for the festive season. That's also still coming up, so make sure that you don't miss it. Coming up after this.
Stream Fireplace.
Beyond Wired, where humans go for technology.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now we are getting ever so close to the last course of Mzansi's exciting reality and foodie competition, The Taste Master, being served, and that much closer to finding out who will be joining Afternoon Express hosts Palesa Tembe and Jeannie D as the new resident foodie.
Oh, and it's also exciting because tonight's Hot Serving C's top 3 finalists were Tumelo Wakhapi, Shamaine Ramalope Makubela, and Alex Torao. Battle it out at the Oranjezicht City Farm, which is a night market, to create the perfect market dish. And of course, Alex joins us this morning on Expresso to share more. So, ladies and gents, everybody, please, a warm Expresso welcome to Alex.
Yeah. Alex, thank you for having me.
What a grilling competition it's been so far. Excuse the pun intended. What does it feel to have made it this far? And did you ever think it would happen?
To make it this far, it's absolutely incredible. There's a lot of talented people on the show.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I did somewhat feel like I could make it this
Of course.
far. I am a food truck guy, so,
Yeah, and I feel like chefs have this kind of confidence,
about them.
slash arrogance, but more
They don't let
confidence.
themselves down.
I think it's a bit of both. Arrogance
Exactly,
and confidence.
yeah.
And confidence comes across as arrogance.
Exactly,
But
a little sprinkling is always good.
Now, Alex, for those who don't know at home, you actually run a food truck company called 88 Food Co. Tell us more about that and how that vision started.
Well, basically, sorry, I just got to go back. I'm a director of marketing for a medical aid company.
Yeah, first and
That's
foremost.
in the daytime.
Yes.
And at nighttime,
Okay.
I'm a food truck owner.
When do you rest then?
I don't. I'll rest once I've made it.
So tell us about this food truck. I mean, it looks incredible and looks like the place to be.
So I've got a few of them. The one on screen was my first one. I started off in a little corner of a market. Eventually, people saw this is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Can you come to our private event? Can you do our wedding? Can you do our birthday? Can you do our funeral? You know. And I was like, absolutely, no problem. So we grew, and now I have a fleet of vehicles available, different cooking styles. We don't just make burgers or tacos. It is all about creating menus for people on a restaurant quality basis.
I love it.
I love this.
I love
So you recently were awarded, wait for it, the Food Truck of the Year by Restaurant Association of South Africa Awards. I think that deserves
Okay, come through, Alex.
applause.
So,
what does that make you feel like? I mean, it's an accolade of that nature.
Look, it's similar to the Eat Out Awards. If you get the top restaurant for a food truck guy, it's really big news. That means your prices can go higher. That means you're going to get a lot more bookings. And that means that my work is recognized. Not just me, but my 29 staff that I've got. So
it takes a community.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. I mean, we're out there every day, come rain, come sunshine. And, super busy. I love it. Yeah.
Back to tonight's business. The viewers are going to be tuning in to see you go up against Pitumelo and Charmaine. This happened at the Oranjezicht City Farm Night Market. What excitement can viewers look forward to?
It's going to be an exciting challenge. Obviously, the top three are battling out for a spot in the final. I can't say much, but all I can
Does it get quite loose? Tell me that at least.
It does. It gets busy. It gets gritty. It gets dirty. A lot of drama as well.
Oh, I love it.
And,
the drama, the intrigue.
Yes, correct. And it's all about food, so good food at the end of the day as well. So,
I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind looking at this every afternoon. Just saying.
There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Well, due to the
Never
Mzansi
missing that
Super League stop, the 5th serving of the Taste Master will be airing this Saturday, the 14th of December at 8 p.m. only on SABC3.
And the grand finale will be on its original time slot of 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday, the 17th of December. So be sure not to miss the double whammy of foodie reality competition programming to find out who will be your new resident Afternoon Express foodie.
That's right. And don't forget that the Taste Master in association with Stella Artois is running an exciting competition to win a trip for two to the beautiful Belgium. You are currently seeing some of the awesome entries the Taste Master viewers have been sending in. So make sure that you enter and find out all the details on tastemaster.co.za. The competition ends on the 17th of December, so get cracking.
The Saturday the 14th at 8 p.m. The judges cut to the bone as 3 become 2 on the Taste Master.
Contestants, welcome to the Mother City.
I've never done anything like this before. There's a lot of pressure.
I'm not going home. Definitely not today.
Need to be cooked more. So basically I'm trying to merge a couple of different flavors because basically...
Oh, it's so sweet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why did I do this to myself? I think Dumi might be in trouble.
At this stage, I'm worried for Chumi.
I can fix this. I'm trying to lock eyes with people and somehow smile at them and, introduce them to my cake. And people are just not interested. Good luck to me. This is it for me. I'm done.
Catch all the drama on the Taste Master Saturday the 14th at 8 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Own it.
Ah, man, festive season entertaining can be a little bit daunting with so many options of what to serve up. It can get quite confusing as well. The added pressure of in-laws, people around, you've got to impress them.
You invite
Chef,
in-laws?
yeah, man, they're here. The Geordies are out as we speak, and I've been cooking, man, cooking up a storm. Chef Peter, stood beside me here, my absolute champion, is going to inspire us, along with Alex, with some beer-battered fish tacos. Something awesome, something very flavorful, and that's what it's all about. And something quite novel and interesting. And we're going to flip the script on Christmas, isn't it? Nothing says festive season South Africa like a Mexican fish dish, dude. I mean,
yeah, but it's got a little bit of South African flavors. I mean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Peter. Thank you, Graham. Thank you for having me.
Dude, absolute pleasure. Yeah, well done on...
And you know what's so exciting? I got my bike back from the doctor yesterday, so big shout out to Mandy who sorted it out.
Oh, man.
Because I was able to ride all the way here, and then I got to cook with you as well.
Hair blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind. I mean, what more do I want?
But no, that's what it's all about. And I think for me, Christmas in South Africa is all about fresh, it's all about flavor, it's all about the sun, and this fits that mold perfectly. And it's also about social eating, and this is very social. But before we waste any more time...
And it's on trend. Can't forget, this is on trend. It's something that's coming through, it's fresh, it's light.
Would you like this in a food truck?
Absolutely.
That's where you start. You got to start with tacos.
I love it. So you're going to...
Graham, just a very important thing. You buy them already made like this. That's all you need to do. But do pop it in your oven 180 degrees for about 5 minutes. Otherwise, it has a raw flavor. So you do need to
you want to toast it off. Okay. And you can get them from Woolies really simple.
Straight like that. But all I'm saying is just pop in your oven for a couple of minutes. Okay. What would you like? Why don't you start getting the batter going? Okay.
Fantastic.
So, and we're going to use beer. Hopefully, it's a good beer.
Yeah. And you spoil for choice with your craft beers and things at the moment. So
there's so many different types of beers. So what I'm going to do, Alex, is I'm going to take some avo and mix it together, some yogurt, and then we're going to mix some red cabbage and corn, and then a couple of you can
fun little goodies.
You can put these into the into your batter. If you want.
Thank you.
There's some chili.
Is this already measured, Chef?
Yes, yeah. It's all. Cool. You can toss it in.
Okay.
Brilliant. Salt and pepper as well. I'm just going to season my fish separately. Always remember to do that. Otherwise, the batter's got flavor, but the fish has got no flavor.
Doesn't. Okay.
So
always. What fish are we using here? Hake.
We're using hake. Probably the best fish available on the green sassy list, and it really is so underrated.
No, completely beautiful flavour. It's, for me, when I think of kind of fish and chips or battered fish hake, it's probably the first beautiful fleshy fish, lovely taste, not too fishy. If does that sound silly?
Yeah,
but I'm not a fan of overly fishy fish.
You know, and we're so lucky where my kitchens are. There's this fishery that's been going for over 100 years, and they make that real slap chips and that grilled hake, you know, and it's can't tell you. It's
what's the key to a good batter? In this case, obviously you want the flavour, but what's the watchword when you go into? Oh, look at that, buddy.
Well, you never want to mix it too much. So never put it in a machine because then the batter won't stick to it. Okay. So I've checked the oil. How to check the oil? Just take one of your items and just pop it in. You can see that it's starting to frizzle there.
You get that.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So are you going to just dunk that and then drop them in there?
I like the way he's just throwing you in there like you know exactly what you're doing.
He's a Joburg boy.
Awesome.
He's a Joburg boy. All Joburg boys know what they do.
He's a hustler, but a hustler. Love it.
There we go.
And this, Alex, this must suit your palate, your vibe, being a food trucker.
Always, I mean, we're busy with this every single weekend, every single day. It's something I enjoy doing. It's a passion. It's turned into a job. It's turned into a business. And you are serving 1,000, 2,000 people per day on occasion, which is amazing, you know, and it's really difficult at the same time.
Yeah, man, but it's unforgiving because you're judged by every person tasting your food.
No, absolutely. And, you know, you're only as good as your last dish.
Yeah.
And because you're cooking every single dish from scratch every single time for every new customer, it's never the same. And the part of the game is to keep consistent. That's
absolutely.
That's the difficult part of it.
But also enjoy it. I mean, cooking is wonderful. You love cooking.
Yeah, no, it's one of my great joys, honestly. And I found now I enjoy it so much. I've become a side seat driver, so when my poor girl's trying to cook, I'm leaning over her shoulder. Are you sure you want to do it? You don't want to kind of add to the point now. She just makes me cook. That's the way. Okay, so we've got our tacos. We've given them about 15 minutes in the oven as well.
So what I'm going to do with this one, we don't have a board, do we, and a knife? Do we have a board and a knife?
We've got this beautiful thing.
There we go. Okay, well done. Let's just use this board. So we're going to just cut that up a little bit.
Let me grab those from you and I'll put that out of the way. Let me actually do something of use in this kitchen, man.
Keep this.
Okay, so we're going to put our fish into our taco. Let's give it a little bit.
And the keyword here is Woolworths, the 33728. You SMS that, and we'll send you a link.
Absolutely everything. I mean, the beautiful plain yogurt that we've added to this from Woolies, the avo.
And they've got some smashing avos.
Smashing avos. Okay, so now I'm going to throw some corn into here. I love corn. Corn is like...
Sweet corn is a winner. And this is very Mexican palates as well, which is cool, but it's not played out.
Graham, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I created 2 recipes when I did this. The one is actually just going onto your site, but that's with an actual Savish Mexican version of a taco. Cool. So you're going to have that. How's our fish looking?
Getting there.
Getting there. Okay, so let me just plate up these 2 quickly.
So how do you know? Because obviously you want a beautiful batter, but you want your fish to be cooked to the right degree. You don't want it to be dry. You don't want it to be undercooked. How do you know?
Graham, normally, I would say a rule of thumb is when the batter's nice and a nice color, you know that the fish is actually cooked.
Because it doesn't need a lot,
It doesn't need a lot. And remember, you can eat raw fish.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and any fish. You can use hake for sushi. A lot of people don't realize that. You don't need to use tuna and... So literally, fresh fish, any fresh fish you can use. Absolutely. And I mean, a good white fish like that, especially for like a Mexican ceviche dish, is absolutely incredible.
So obviously you can get your hake at Woolies, but you want a guy, hey? You got to have a guy to get your fish. You want a guy, man.
Yeah, I tell you something, not that I want to sell any app, but there's an app at the moment that restaurants are using. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's sustainable, and it's the little end fish are only on handline, and they sell the fish directly to restaurants. So it is remarkable. I mean, it's something, and it's an ex-UCT student who came up with this whole...
we love it. I mean, our show is all about sustainable
fishing
models, but I love the fact that, especially here, we are so spoiled to have access to this. Okay, so to wrap things up here, so that's starting to get a beautiful brown color.
Oh, look at that, man.
As simple as that, and the keyword again is Woolies to 33728. What I love about this is it's social. You can bang out, not thousands maybe in your case, bro, but you can feed the masses.
But Graham, imagine, I mean, if you've got all your fish fried in that, you can actually bang these up. And you can do 300, 400, 500 of these. And you can get beautiful different flavors. As I say, as long as it goes in that oven for 5 minutes just before you start packing it.
Just to get that toastiness.
Few ingredients. Fresh ingredients, that's the secret. Not too many things. So
do it simply and do it well. Buddy, it's been an absolute pleasure watching your journey, dude. It's been an absolute pleasure cooking with you again, man. Love this guy. Fresh and full of flavor. This recipe must have for your summer entertainment menu. SMS again that keyword Woolworths to 33728 to get your hands on this recipe. Chef Peter has even included a second taco recipe, as he said, to fry out, if you will. And you can find out more festive inspiration. Be sure to buy a copy of the December issue of Taste magazine. They really have gone out of their way to make it easy for us. Gents, should we have a little taste here? I'm going to crack it down.
I think so.
I'll definitely eat one of yours.
That one's good.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I'm so jealous of Graham right now, but you know what? He doesn't have what we have, which is a good cup of Mac Cafe, 100% Arabica beans, to make sure that we're still fueled for the rest of the show, because
absolutely.
Andrea Fontaine is still in studio, and I'm sure she's going to leave us on a high note.
I can't wait for that, because she's absolutely incredible.
As I told you, she's a perfectionist of the vocals. So while we sip on this, we'll see you right back after this. Cheers, Mama.
Cheers.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
I'm a Venus.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, your skin is the largest organ of the body and it deserves all the pampering it can get. With the new Woolworths personal care range, there's no need to wait for a special occasion or go to a pricey spa to treat your skin. We recently took a few of our favorite people to Babylon's Turin to indulge in all the good feels and fragrances with the invigorating range of personal care products from Woolworths. Let's take a look.
Woolworths set the scene amongst the sustainably farmed vineyards and gardens of Babylon's Turin, the perfect stage for a range advocating beauty without cruelty.
Even as the world changes, Woolworths remains committed to producing products that improve our standard of living. So it's no surprise that today they've brought us all out to the beautiful Babylon's Turin to experience their invigorating range of personal care products. Now, these products are amazing. They're great for your skin, but they're also really kind to the environment as well. Let's find out what everybody else has to say about it. Megan, Roshana, this is honestly not a bad way to spend the day, but what have you loved about the products here?
Mostly that it's vegan. And have you tried the body puddings, honey? They are so divine.
Megan, what do you like about the range?
Oh, I am someone who thinks that like our feet are definitely something that we often forget about. And the eucalyptus and mint, oh, absolutely amazing.
Joy, you're living your best life. This is not a bad way to spend an
Not at
afternoon.
all.
But I've seen you experience all of these products. Which one in particular stood out for you?
That I really loved their face scrubs. Oh my word, it's so good. Like it's very creamy, but it also like there's exfoliants in it, but it's so gentle, so like sensitive skin can use it, and everything just smells so amazing. It's just great, guys. It's just great.
There's such a raised consciousness and awareness around the food we eat and what we put into our bodies that this is extended onto what we put on our bodies. The fact that the entire range was vegan and vegetarian. There were no harsh chemicals such as parabens, and we have sulfate-free formulations. This coupled with the bulk of the range being recyclable and being able to be collected in South Africa and recycled.
I've found a personal favorite today. The Men Face Moisturizer Gel is absolutely incredible. It's got a mattifying effect, but the beautiful thing about it is that lightweight factor of it, especially around this time of the year where you are really looking to make sure that the products you're applying on your skin are light enough to not feel heavy when it gets hot, but also they also enrich your skin with all these vitamins. You want to know that the products you're putting on your skin are good for your skin and they are great for your personal care as a whole.
These Woolworths products provide long-lasting and intense moisturization with a satin-like softness to spoil your skin and delight your senses.
So we invite you to slow down, smell the roses, take time to connect with family and friends, and just experience the joy of missing out, and of course, the Woolworths difference.
From vanilla body puddings to Verbena foaming mousse, everyone can agree that these products sound like they are good enough to eat, although I wouldn't recommend you go and do that. But if you are looking for functional, lightweight, everyday use products, nobody does it better than Woolworths. And this range is absolutely perfect for any skin type. In fact, right now, it's time for me to relax and smell the lavender. Cheers.
And man, does he love relaxing. Well, having luxurious, glowing skin is a must this summer. And we've got Fakhri Ahmadine and Fatima Parouk in studio. And they're from Woolworths. They're going to tell us more about this incredible range. Fakhri, Fatima, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah.
So what I'm seeing in front of me is looking absolutely yummy, delicious, luxurious. I feel like I want to eat it, but it's for your skin.
Yes.
It's for your skin to eat it, not for your actual mouth. But tell us, what was the inspiration behind developing this incredible range, Fatima?
Okay, so there's actually a heightened awareness with regards to what you put into your bodies, and this extends to what you put onto your skin and onto your body. Actually, almost 60% of what you put on your skin is absorbed by the skin. So keeping this in mind, the range is rooted in natural care. This means the range is kind to your skin and kind to the planet.
Yes.
That means no parabens, no sulfates, no harsh chemicals, only ingredients that are kind to the planet and kind to your skin.
I love that. I love that. Now, they're made with natural or rather active ingredients from natural surroundings. Can you tell us exactly what is an active ingredient?
So active ingredients are ingredients in nature that are active.
Wow.
These properties are then harnessed and used as a cosmetic function in the range.
Yeah.
So for example, honey extracts used for its soothing properties. Rooibos is known for its high antioxidants.
Yeah.
So all of the extracts are naturally derived, and we use this in the range.
Fakhri, do you want to tell us exactly what we see before us? Because there seems to be a little bit of something for everyone.
That's only because this line actually entails more than 300 SKUs.
What?
So there's more than 300 products in this range, but we've had to bring you a small representation. Others would have taken up your whole studio.
Of course, exactly,
so
exactly.
we've basically made it easier so we can talk through the range.
Yeah.
And I think it's always nice to start with the top. So when that's our full range of hair care, all of this will be now sulfate-free. There'll still be one or two that might be not sulfate-free currently, but they will all be phased in initially. And we've also got our beautiful range of hair masks. If you really want to treat your hair like you do the rest of your body, that's what you have to do over there, those beautiful tubes. And then we've got a full range of bath and body lines, things that you find in your shower, things that you find in your bathroom, hand sanitizers, beautiful and Moorish body pudding.
Listen, I'm loving these words, body pudding, shower mousse.
Definitely.
You know, it's
amazing.
And
it's 2019 going on to 2020. Wow. We're there.
Yes.
Shower mousse, no more soaps, no more shower gels. You know, we want to take it up
Use
a notch.
mousse, darling.
Yes, absolutely. And then we've also got a full range. This is also a very nice range to highlight. This is our fragrance-free range, and this is for sensitive skins. Wow. So a lot of people have problematic skins. The rest of the range doesn't necessarily look after them too well, but that range does. And there's a lot of people who have allergies and things like that. We've also got our men's range and also the hand range. Really, really incredible.
Beautiful.
This is lemon verbena. This is one of our signature fragrances. I might as well use some. I haven't put on some this morning.
I have
and I think, of course, just smell that. This is lemon verbena.
We forget about our hands.
Complete.
They
and we
work
should never.
so hard for us on a daily basis.
All the time. Everything. It's the one part of your body. Give it a nice rub. You can smell. Mmm.
Yes.
Lemon.
Hey, I feel like I want to hold somebody's hand now.
Well, you could, definitely. And there's also the beautiful hand balms. And the hand balms are a little higher in terms of its active ingredients, a little more richer, something you'd use maybe at night or when you have a little more time at home. Then we've also got our foot care range, which is just launched. It's summer, we want to wear those sandals.
Let me tell you,
boots for a
we
very
can't
long
have
time.
manky toes. We need beautiful, fresh feet.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we've also got a range of home care products, which is our mask, Radiance Glow, and as well as our hydrating. Fantastic for use at home, especially when in summer you've got a lot of things on your skin, a lot of actives, you're outside, you're burning. This is nice to hydrate and treat your skin while it's in those harsh conditions, but that doesn't mean you have to stay at home.
Exactly.
And the fragrances, or the inspiration behind our signature fragrances, is the amazing and decadent food ingredients that we find in Woolies foods.
Thank you.
So,
that's what I was getting the inspiration from.
So because it's linked to food, it's a suitable fragrance for every taste, and we hope these fragrances take you to a happy place.
So basically, now that you've got the entire country's attention, where exactly can we find these products in Woolies?
Obviously, you can find it only and exclusively at Woolworths, and there's more than 200 stores that you can find it in, even the food standalone stores, and that's the big difference. So while you're shopping for your food, while you're shopping for all their beautiful Christmas dishes and gifts, you can also get the rest of your range as well, and these are lovely stocking fillers. And just think about how lovely it would have dessert, beautiful made dessert, and applying a body pudding after that.
Oh, hello, or a shower
That's
mousse
definitely
or
a
some
Merry
bath
Christmas.
milk, eh? It's a very
definitely.
Merry Christmas. Well, you can refresh your body and mind as well as your stash of personal care products with this invigorating range from Woolworths. A world of sensorial luxury awaits you, so go check it out.
And having tried all of those products, I can tell you, especially the men's range, they are absolutely amazing. Great for your skin. I mean, look at mine. It's popping.
What's your favorite scent? What is your favorite scent in, like, skin?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Say it louder, but so that Abisi can hear. It is what? Pomegranate, guys. So pomegranate is a sign. No, but listen, you are beautiful. Give us a young teaser there, just like a cappella. Do you want to be a backup singer? Maybe there, right
It's
at the back?
actually a cappella, not a cappella. A cappella.
It's the accent, it's not the dialect. Thank you.
Give us a teaser, give us a teaser.
There.
Oh, I wanna dance for somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance for somebody. With somebody who loves.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
Excuse me? Oh.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. If you've been joining us this morning, what an amazing show. Where has the time gone? We were making food, we were lavishing ourselves in some beautiful products, but of course, Andrea Fontaine is still with us and now going to sing Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. Here she is for a final performance.
Strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Yeah. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I've done right up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, my lonely heart goes. Hey. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I've been in love and lost in my senses, spinning through the town. Hey, sooner or later the fever ends, and I wind up feeling down. I need a man who'll take the chance on the love that burns hot enough to last. So when the night falls, my lonely heart goes. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody.
Andrea Forte.
16 years old. And she's already that talented.
Listen to those vocals. Wow, that's incredible. Take a bow, please, Andrea Forte.
Take a bow,
please. Yes,
and
queen.
She's just such a sweet person as well.
Yeah.
She is so lovely.
Energy, so infectious. I absolutely love her.
To be young and talented.
Yeah, well, her single is called Unstoppable. It's available for download and streaming on all leading, in fact, all digital platforms.
Email, phone into your radio stations, tell them to play that song. Come and have a seat show. You're ridiculously talented.
Yeah, do phone into your favorite radio station. Ask them to play Andrea Forte. Unstoppable.
We love it. So we'll be back tomorrow morning to do it all over again. Arno Karsten says in the house. Springbok New Girls, a legend, rock legend, and he will be here.
And we're making some popcorn.
Yeah, peanut brittle, or it's pecan brittle popcorn. It's going to be amazing. And then
legal advice. Legal advice. 8 times stands in the house.
Just driving. Do it. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Pomegranate. Pomegranate.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Never. Feel Good production.